But back to it. The other group was surrounding Kaisar, Beatrice, and the captain. Scallywag was able to get up on the ship to use the ballistas, and our Flamen was able to utilize the glowing light of Desimata. Sorry, the healing light of Desimata. Sorry, I should say. Um, the
He
monsters.
was he was clearly not healing with it in this context, but
Yes.
yes, it generally is the healing light.
Just doing the opposite of healing.
Through the usage of Abigail's, green shard makeshift weapon, she was able to get into the mind of these creatures and discover that they hate light and movement and want to destroy our camp. They do not appreciate being awoken. They like to sleep. The unkept want to put things to sleep, so we're clearly putting a kibosh on that. So that's no good. But either way, she's also been able to mind control one of them for a little bit to at least get, like, he was cannon fodder, but cannon fodder directed away from Abigail, so that's all that matters. And we were basically able to destroy the beings. Now, if they were not destroyed by Desimata's light, it seemed that they were able to be, most of them were able to be semi-resistant to it, having a sense of strength and to be resilient, keep going, even when they should have went down. So that is a bit concerning. That seems like only Desimata's light can actually permanently take them out. Afterwards, it is decided that Abigail and Kaisar will go get her all fixed up in the makeshift med wing of the ship, and Beatrice will go talk to Scalwag and the captain to see what the problem and discussion is. Captain Scalwag basically wants to go try to find Commander Bloom to figure out what's going on and to meet up with the other 3 ships and, get everything set up properly. Scalwag's like, screw that. I should take my men and just kind of survive, in a sense. Abigail is able. Sorry, not Abigail. I was thinking about the Kaisar Abigail hospital scene. But Beatrice is able to convince Scalwag that doing that could temporarily increase the chances of success, but he's stuck on this island with everybody else, and that temporary working together to improve shelter is probably the better idea for now. He said he's agreed with her for the day, so it's gonna be a touch and go operation, but that's an improvement from him just basically taking everybody and fucking off. And he also has all the weapons, so it's even better that he did not just take everybody and fuck right on off. He did also mention that the navigator is dead, but if we have somebody skilled enough, and I know Jewel is not up top of me when she's on it, but I'm pointing up to Jewel to say if we have the navigator.
No, I'm on top of you right now.
Oh, fantastic. I was like, the one time I pointed to you, and it was like, what? Me? No, stop it. But anyway. Sorry. We're gonna find a new, we're gonna send out scouts and parties to go find a new campsite location, a small group though. And Beatrice basically says probably we should have the Flamen stay by and needs to protect the people because this magic was the only one that permanently worked on the first round. It also, I think, did the most amount of stuff easily, so probably should utilize him. But he's probably not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna wanna. So we're going to figure out how we're gonna make him stay, and then discover who to put in or not in the scouting party. As Kaiser does a great job disinfecting those wounds, and about nothing else. They discuss the feeling of holding the green shard and this idea of magic, and they both come from very different places about it, like fundamentally, morally. It'll be interesting to see how this pops up again, as most likely the weapons they're going to provide us are going to be these green sharded weapons. And then we all come together to have a discussion about the captain and Scalwag, and who should go with us. We determined that it's the 4 of us should go, and that Nero and Dante are going to acquire some weapons for us. They just need an evening to get back to us in the morning. Um, and I lost my train of thought. Okay. We decide then also that Kaisar, since he's sort of had some conversations already with the Flummin, that he should go talk to him about staying on the ship while we scout ahead. And he's able to convince him to stay put for now and just maintain a small little group inside the ship and just keep him safe while need be. And that's sort of where we ended off the session, is that we're going to be heading out in the morning. So,
Indeed. Yeah.
what's off?
The sun rises. The nights are quite
Take
long.
your
and
XP.
Yeah, take your XP. The nights are quite long, and the days are relatively short. So it's tough to count time, as it were, in hours or whatever else. But you have a sense that it is quite unbalanced, and you don't really need to sleep the whole night. So you wake perhaps a little bit before the dawn, and Nero returns to you, Beatrice, and she produces a bow and 5
Ooh.
arrows that someone has tipped with little small versions of the crystals that still glow.
Nice.
Ooh.
And she also has another 10 normal arrows along with it. She has a dagger, which is a green glowing shard that has been wrapped again in sort of that way, and something so that's a light weapon. And she has a regular sword, which would be a medium weapon. She goes, "That was it was a fun. Don't tell my dad how much fun it was."
They clearly had a lot of fun since you got this much. Wore them
Yes,
out.
well, when they doze off, you can rifle through things if you have asked the right questions beforehand. Okay.
I'm just impressed, that's all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sal, satisfied smile. He's like, "So when we're leaving?"
We're heading out probably soon. I should get this sword to Abigail, though. She's been talking about us no sword. I feel like she
Uh,
misses it.
I'm
She
sure
is
she-
able to eventually identify her sword. Like, she's
Yeah.
able to find it eventually. So someone else can have that sword.
Okay. I guess Kaisar can have it? Maybe. I've never seen your father wield a weapon, really. I have no idea. But he
Don't
can and
know.
can't do.
What
we
about,
started
Spends all
unarmed,
in his free time.
if we all started unarmed, I would love a sword.
Okay.
Other than
I guess
Abigail,
my
you did all
sister can
start
have it.
unarmed.
Oh, I would like a sword.
I guess my sister can have it. I know
Medium
she
weapon.
did fence.
I can
It
use
is an
all the
artifact.
weapons.
Depletion on 1d6.
I'll go
It's
give
an
that over to
artifact? Ooh.
go give that over to her.
All right.
Shovel
Where
out.
does Beatrice find Abigail in the morning?
Abigail's probably up.
Sorry.
Getting.
Where does Beatrice find Kiara in the morning? Is
Oh,
what I was
okay.
going to say, because she's going to take her there.
I'll find you later.
Kiara is in the tent with her kids.
Yeah, just gonna enter without even knocking. I mean, there's no knocking outside, but you know. With the sword. She just straight up has a sword fully out.
Glowing,
Like,
long
yes.
blade, glowing green.
And I'm gonna like hurriedly kind of try to get up. What are you doing?
Sword?
Sorry, that just said sword to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I said.
Kiara's gonna look at you. Is it for somebody? Is it what?
I can't wield it.
Right? Thank you. And I'm gonna grab it. Buckle it on my hip. How did you get it?
Oh, Nero got it. Also, a bow with these with these arrows that look like it's made from the same material, some normal arrows, and a glowing dagger.
Interesting.
Yeah, all in one night too. It's very impressive.
Do we know what makes them glow?
No, I'm assuming some kind of magic, but the magic here seems to be different.
It'd be real great if you could get us some more specific information on that.
Okay. Would you all right? And how would perchance I do that? Go find the god that gives us this magic?
Experimentation, asking people who've used it before, looking mm, just keep your eyes
Well, you
open.
can touch the sword and then I can ask you the question.
Right. Mm. And I hold it, and as far as I know, it just feels like a sword.
If you touch the glowing blade, it feels that sense of
Okay.
potential and ambition flows into you just by holding on to the thing. It
Hmm.
is a thing meant for doing great things with.
You know those novels about heroes going off and doing ridiculous things?
Yes.
This makes me feel like I could be one of those.
Like you could be a doing ridiculous things or
Like I
like
could
be
do
heroic.
anything.
Not a bad feeling to have.
Unless I don't know that this actually makes me able to do anything. I just feel like I could.
Well, half of the ability to do anything is to have the feeling that you can.
The other half is having the skill, and when you don't have that, you die.
Well, I think it's good that you have a little more ambition.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, that you can do anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is somewhat impressive to move away from the family with so little effort, but
Little effort. You think that would. Do you have any idea the effort that I put in to get away from this family, and you fucked it up for me anyway?
I do wonder who taught me how to do certain things, though.
And won't I just
I
regret that for the rest of my days? Thank you for the sword. I appreciate being armed.
Good. See,
Um,
hopefully we won't really need it, but you never know.
sorry, I just saw the quote.
Yeah. Besides, you can finally look interesting in front of your children.
The point of parenthood is not to be interesting or exciting, it's to keep them safe, it's to look after them.
Sounds very boring.
Yes, well, mutual appreciation and care probably does sound very boring to you. You would have no idea how to go about it.
I care, and I appreciate. I
No,
appreciate and care about Nero. I'm glad she was able to care and appreciate someone else in order for us to get this.
no, what you like is being cared for and appreciated. It's not the same thing when it's not reciprocal.
I take care of those who help me.
Shouldn't be a condition.
Uh, Nero's not my child, so I don't
Oh gods, I
why.
hope not.
That would be funny to Kazar.
Hmm. Two doing like what is it's really undefined.
What?
Why does she hang out with you all the like, is it friends
I'm
or
sorry. Have you met me? I'm lovely to hang out with,
yes,
to
I'm
be
not the
around.
best person to ask about that considering recent events. So we're going to put my bias aside on that. Is it just she finds your company enjoyable, or is it enjoyable?
Well, I mean, the majority of people find my company enjoyable. You and your husband seem, and Kaiser, I guess, seem to be the outlier.
Right. Well, it seems to have served a helpful purpose, so um I'm assuming that one is going to be for somebody rather loyal to the family.
Which one are you pointing to?
The bow.
Yes, I can't shoot this.
I
I mean, I guess I
know.
could try, but I feel like that would be a waste. I bet Abigail could do something with this.
I I think about the last time I watched Abigail shoot. I'm like, I'm sure she could.
But that makes me wonder, though, does just so Kaisar gets the glowing dagger then?
Would you prefer that he's trying to draw a giant bow?
Hmm. Does he know how to shoot a bow? Do you know?
I doubt it. If he
Just,
did,
I
it
feel
would have
like
been
his,
for like parties.
I just don't feel like his hobbies were,
No.
fencing or shooting.
N-
I feel like it
n-
was finding rare coins or collecting odd postage.
Yes, he had a great collection of that, as far as I know.
Canonical backstory being written while you're not here. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, you collect postage stamps now. Enjoy.
Are you going to go see Abigail?
Yes, I am gonna wave goodbye to my niece and nephew though before they head off, because I know it's gonna be off.
You wake up the little guy and he goes. He doesn't pay any attention to you. He looks at the sword, which has been sat aside. He goes, "Oh, pretty green."
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
touch it!
Do
No, don't touch the sharp parts. Don't touch the sharp parts. That's bad.
Sharp?
Luca,
Who's
these
sharp?
are grown
You
up
are.
things.
No, it's shiny.
No, grown up shiny. Grown up shiny.
Green.
Why don't we find something else shiny for you? And I'm going to look around trying to find something else. And I'm going to look at my
Alright.
sister. I bet she's got something shiny on her.
She pulls out the dagger.
You wearing any jewelry whatsoever?
Oh, 1,000% she's wearing jewelry.
I am. Okay, so I'm going to look at that. Can I borrow something shiny, please?
You're lucky I don't really like this necklace.
Thank you. All right, Luca, this is something from your Auntie Beatrice. You can hold on to this for now. Keep it very safe.
He looks over at you. Goes, "Love you."
Love you too.
Yep.
You're welcome.
He goes.
Oh my
He goes to
goodness.
put it in his mouth. He goes, "Love you."
You
He's
know,
drooling
honestly,
on the necklace.
honestly, that's kind of how it does belong. It's not a very good gemstone.
Go find Abigail, please.
I'm just saying, at least he's aware of what's a good or a good bad gemstone.
Yes, I'm sure that will be
Trait.
very useful in his
It
future
is.
endeavors.
Do you know how hard it is to find good jewelry sometimes? So many people get fake things. She said that she just walks out.
As you walk away,
Wow.
you hear your niece go, "Why did she bring you a sword?"
To make her look cooler. She desperately needs it.
Cece, that's. Mm. I am going to go and. Remember, we talked about having a new home?
Yeah,
Well, we
yeah.
want to
It's
find the best spot, and to find the best spot, we need to make a really big light. And so, to make sure we can do that, we're gonna go a little further ahead. So, Papa's gonna look after you and make sure that we've got all the best things that we need from the ship. And when I come back, we're gonna have a new direction to go to find a new home.
you going for a long, like a walk, a long walk.
A long walk, yes.
Why do you have to
Remember,
take a sword?
because there are some really big things in the forest, I might need to cut them down. Trees, that some of the fruit here might be very strange. And just in case there's something that thinks that they could, start a fight, I'm just gonna pull this out and be like, no, it's a bad idea.
You get this very suspicious look from her.
Yep. Kiara is bad at lying to everybody. So, I feel like her kids know this about her too.
Ben, just so you know, Kaiser collects coins and stamps.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know this until
sounds right up his alley.
We may
we
have
know this
started.
about him.
We might have started to say that was what his hobbies were.
You find yourself, Beatrice. Where does she find Abigail? Is Abigail up?
Yeah. I think Abigail is up, kind of rummaging around. She's probably helping the crew do whatever they need to, whatever their routine is at the beginning of the day, and she's probably making herself useful, lifting heavy things for people.
Cool. So yeah, when you ask about, it's very easy to find. Like, people point in Abigail's general direction on the deck. There's an effort being made at the moment because there's not a lot else to do to try and level the ship, which weighs a lot and is sitting on a 15-degree angle from True at the moment, which is not, the captain's not happy about it, nor is anybody else who's sitting on the ship.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I shall go over to Abigail. All right. Nero got some weapons. I gave my sister the sword. So, sorry if you wanted that. I'm sure you could actually get it back from her. But
No, that's okay. I actually found my sword last night.
oh, that's good. Where was it?
It was under some wreckage.
Okay.
She gestures to the general wreckage of the ship.
Oh, does it? It's good, not broken.
Yeah, and she actually pulls it out, and it's strapped to her hip. She pulls out this ginormous sword and kind of shows it to you. She goes, "Did you want to see it?"
No, I didn't know. Do swords break in wreckage? I'm not really fully
Well, they
aware.
can if they're not properly taken care of.
Interesting. But we have a selection of a bow and arrows or a dagger.
Well,
You already have a dagger that is.
I already have 2 daggers, actually, so well, I guess I'll take the bow. Do you have anything?
Well, I have a dagger. It's not like one of those glowing ones, but I have a normal dagger. She says she points to a
Okay.
very ornately, sheathed dagger. That you're more concerned might be a fancy letter opener than an actual dagger.
Yeah, she looks at that and she's like, she doesn't say anything, but it certainly is like, okay, that is your weapon of choice.
So, now I don't know if Kaisar can shoot a bow and arrow. Can you shoot a bow and arrow? I'm assuming you can. You can.
I prefer a sword, but yes, I can shoot a bow and arrow.
Perfect.
If you want to swap, I can shoot a bow.
Yeah, if you want.
That's between the two of you thing.
Yeah. You give her the bow and she's like, you're like, actually, Kiara might want that.
Oh, she's in her tent.
Sorry,
As you two are
above table,
talking-
I thought you had said that
Yeah.
you were doing the bow thing last session, so my bad. I got confused.
As the two of you are talking, Maba walks up and he has something draped over his arm, and he looks at you, Abigail, and he kind of ignores Kiara completely, and he goes, "Looked at the bodies of those things and found some of them very, very dirty, but we cleaned up. Some of them were maybe guards or something before. They lost," sort of gestures to head. He doesn't really. And he holds out 2 uniforms that he kind of throws on the ground, and they are like a leather doublet, bracers, some leg and knee pads, and it's light armor, so it's one armor,
Yeah.
2 sets. He goes. Men have taken other ones, but these ones for you, a friend. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry about the smell. Turns. He goes.
They're dead.
I'm to go with you.
Oh, wonderful.
When
Are you gonna need one of these sets?
No, and he pats his like bare chest, which it's dead of winter. He doesn't care. He's one of those people. He's that guy who wears shorts when it's like
Oh
-5.
God.
He's like, no, protect me. But you have one, give to a friend. But when leaving, let me know.
Of course.
He seems to think "let me know" is one word in
Yeah.
your language, and he turns and walks away.
But before Abigail can start putting up that armor and stuff, can I take a look at it and see if there's like any like I don't know, like symbols on it or anything to like iconography or just anything that
If
might
you go towards it, Abigail will let you do your thing. Like
Yeah.
if you go towards it, she won't.
Yeah.
She'll yeah.
It's like take a look over. I don't want it because it smells.
Yeah. Go
But
ahead and make me an investigation check level
Because it
4.
smells.
I don't have investigation, so what can I select?
Intellect.
Right. Put some of my new edge on it. And I put a level of effort in it too.
Nope.
Not gonna
Cost
cost
you
me
only 1
anything.
point. It will cost you 1 point by the time you're
Oh,
done.
okay.
Because you have two intellect edge now, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So 3 for the first level of effort, minus 2 from your edge. Success! Very
No.
nice. So it's a good thing that you put the effort in, otherwise you would have failed. You go over the uniform, and it has obviously not been maintained by whatever this thing was for quite a while. But you go look, and you realize that the buttons down the front, there's like 6 of them, and they are as often uniforms are like fancy buttons, and they have a triangle symbol that looks like it has green paint that has faded quite badly, that has been worn off, and then inside that is a spit it out is like a sword, like a dagger or some kind of like bladed weapon symbolically.
Okay.
Both sets are the same. They were from the same unit, military. It's not like heavy duty armor. It is more like something someone would wear for like a bar fight kind of thing to try
Oh.
and keep themselves from it's a uniform, but it's for
Yeah.
you know
It's not for protection. Yeah.
urban application, not for battlefield stuff.
I think that Abigail will actually just be looking at you kind of to see what you're doing. But I imagine she would understand that it's some type of military uniform. Like she would recognize that sign. Would that be something that she would be that she could do based off of her background?
It's clear that whoever grabbed these off of the bodies made an effort to maybe just use the snow to get all the black stuff off of it, which was inherent to these less than human creatures that you were dealing with. It's largely stained by that, but there a bunch of it has come off, and you can see it was a brown material, something rather nondescript. But yeah, you could see the sort of cut of a uniform.
Okay. Beatrice, you'll feel Abigail move closer to you and like peer at the uniforms, but she won't. That's all. She won't say anything to you as you look over it.
Yeah. Beatrice will point out the symbol and then kind of like with like a stick or something, just draw it slightly bigger, like in the snow, just to like kind of like visualize it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, That's an odd symbol.
These creatures, they did not want to be unthawed. So, I wonder where they came from.
Are they frozen with this armor on? Or did they find armor and put it on?
They weren't very intelligent. So I imagine it was the first option. Which begs the question, what happened? It actually brings up a lot of questions that I actually am very uncomfortable with the amount of questions it brings up. Actually.
Okay. I'll keep these questions tucked away for now and mull them over.
Do you see her glance down to your letter opener?
Mhm.
Do you have a way to protect yourself when
Well,
we're out
I
and
have
about?
the sword and my magic. I
Okay.
mean, not the sword, the dagger. Sorry, wrong verbiage.
So what about like defensive things? And she gestures to the armor.
I feel so bad.
I will let you make your own decision. But it does not hurt to have armor like this to wear.
You are the expert. I mean, not specifically in. She gestures to everything, but I guess if there's potential chance that we're gonna run into more of those things.
Kiara picks up a
Okay.
rock and throws it at you.
So what are you doing?
Armor would make that better, no?
Well, if you didn't aim, well, I don't see a helmet on there. You aimed for my head.
Oh, my aim is bad. Throws another rock at you.
You have the bow.
Oh, you don't want me using this. That would cause damage that I don't want to have to deal with later.
He'll take the armor, just like in a sigh, just like, "Ugh,
I throw another rock at you, trying to get you to speed
not
up.
even a good color. Ugh. It couldn't have been a nicer shade of brown.
Kaiser, you get someone comes from Lucius and asks if you would like to have breakfast with him.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he smooths down his eyebrows, combs through his beard. He's like, yeah, absolutely.
Has it been 48 hours since he's seen anything resembling clean water? But
Yes.
Just gotta maintain appearances.
Yeah, you trudge out of the tent, past the fire, and then up into the little private room that Lucius has. He goes, "Come in. I saw you out there yesterday, and you have a way to make the energy do some fancy things. I see."
His cheeks get a little. Oh, sorry. Lily's hacking something up, and that caught me off guard. As soon as I cued my mic, I was like, "Oh,
Lily's like, "It's my time."
are you okay, little baby? Chew your food."
Pro tip.
You know, first of all, thank you for inviting me to have this meal.
Yeah, I have a little bit of tea, and then we have I think someone caught like a little I don't know who did it, some little furry thing, and they cook it. So
He frowns at the prospect of a little furry thing.
we took it. They took it a fur off. They told me it was a furry thing, but we don't like. It's clean. We don't want to have the fur on the plate.
It's strange considering where we come from, where we are now, what we're dealing with here, and something as simple as having breakfast together is more welcome than I could have ever treated it. So, he sits very unceremoniously. Yes, I can. I can bring the boom, as it were.
I hope that you do this from a place of your faith in a Decimon. But however you do it, I know you do it for to help all of us here, like I do the things to help, and that is what is the most important.
Even though my daughter would say otherwise, I really am a person who wants to make waves for our people. And not just in social circumstances, but we have been
Well,
dealt a hand unexpected. Not
yeah,
to be.
we are well past the planning point. We are, beyond the end of the thick of things. So you're gonna go out, and I very much want you to come back, guys. Sir. You are. I feel like you and we are friends.
I would say so.
Well, maybe as your flamen, but maybe more as your friend. I want to give you something to hopefully make sure you make it back. And he has a little metal sphere, and he unscrews the top of it, and you can see that there is like the glowing honey-like light of Desimata inside. He goes, you see it now. He closes it up. He goes, you want to keep it closed unless you really need it, but there should be enough in there for you to 3 times bring the boom or whatever you need to do if you are a desperate out there. If there is a threat. Now you can use it the way I can to make so many of them light up like that. I am like I got a more experience, It's okay. Maybe someday you have this much experience and you can do the same thing.
He pats like a really like rough and ruined quill that he has stuffed in his vest. My skills are bookkeeping and signing things. It seems I have to develop different skills now.
Yeah, well, you didn't do anything silly like get out of your quill when all of those unkept were like coming up on us. So I think you already make an adjustment, right? We gotta adjust.
So, if you were to pray to Desimata,
He looks up like instinctively when you say that.
do you hear her?
No, I don't hear her voice like before she made it a change.
Or do you
I
feel her?
I always feel that Desimari is with us. And I mean, when the clouds apart a little bit, I feel her sun right on my face. And it feels good to know she is up there.
And when you feel these things, you feel good, but not good for yourself. Good for us, right?
Yes, we all got to follow together to build something together to have rules that everybody understands how we all operate because of the goddess She wants us to be good to one another, but we have to all agree that is important to her way of doing things, that we look up to her, all of us.
I would wish that everyone saw it that way, but those who are driven by self-interest and ambition.
Yeah, like that Scalwag fellow.
They pock our populace. And those green crystals that people have. Like the ones that were used against the unkept. I worry. They may be for them and not for us.
This has long been a problem of a selfishness versus the common good, and those who follow. Well, your family is full of those who follow the path of selfishness. I think you know this. That is kind of what got some of you here, so to speak. This is a chance for them to learn the right way to do things.
They're not so bad. But, yes, some of them, particularly my daughter's friend, has done some pretty bad things. But, you know, her sister got mad at her. That's penance enough. Have you ever been yelled at by Kiara? It's it's life changing.
I gotta tell you, not many people will yell at a flyman. You know, even if they don't like what do we stand for, or they don't think that we, because we are in lockstep with the magistrado, they think that we are, you know. And he kind of gets a little wistful. He goes, and to tell you the truth, sometimes some of us use those rules and that power to push for, not for the good of everyone, but for like the good of the church. We all get tested.
I'm apprehensive, if that isn't apparent, about what may test our people. Because faith is strong. Faith is important. But without self, you cannot have those things. And sometimes the self becomes much more important. Or at least, maybe that's what Abigail was trying to say. I don't know. I haven't had to think about things like this in a long time, if ever. But I trust those of us who are showing at least some initiative and not being driven by wants or self-driven ambition.
Sometimes we have to remember that if these questions were simple, then we would have no need for gods or a flamme. We would just have it here.
Oh. Well.
But
Shall
you
we?
eat your little what are these giblets or something they call them? You eat these, and then you have places to go.
He gives a long, heavy sigh and then puts on his his cheery smile, and it eats the foot. Can there please be now a creature that we just call the giblets? Because that
Yes.
because it makes me think of the guy. What's the guy who used to host the Late Late Show?
Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson.
Oh.
Yes, very much. I can see your giblets from here. Used to think you were crazy, but now I can see your nuts.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. You finish a light, well, a decent breakfast with him, and he bids you good luck and sends you off with what you would count as 3 ciphers, which we'll just see how creative you can get with grabbing the God's Light if you ever need it. I don't know how many ciphers you can
goodness.
actually. There's no
I can only
limit to the
hold
number of
2.
ciphers you can. Yeah, don't worry about.
And I already have one.
This is a fantasy campaign.
Yeah.
It ain't like that. Yeah. So you all reconnoiter. Maba shows up. Nero seems to think she's going with you. So does Dante.
Again, have not corrected them. Beatrice also
And
thinks they're going with us.
and
Especially Dante.
your husband also shows up as you are all sort of discussing preparations, Kiara, and he's quite like everyone can see he's just frowning that you're going and he's staying with the kids. But he's helping you pack.
You know that between the two of us, I'm the one who knows how to use the sword.
It's not like the sword is the problem. It's I'm going to be far away from you. You're going to be far away from me, and I'm not going to know what's happened. And you are also not going to know what's happened back here.
I'm trying really hard not to think about that because there is nothing I care more for in this universe than you and our children. So, I'm going to put up with my sister and go into this horrifying new world and find a home for us.
You just need a spot that's not in the middle of a field where they can walk up on us the whole time. Then you come back and we hug, and then we all go together, whatever you found.
Absolutely. Besides, the kids don't want me to cook for them.
There's suspicion every time I mention soup now. Why would that be?
I don't know. It's a new place. That who could explain that? No idea.
My wife, the expert in subterfuge and lying.
Well, there's a reason I had difficulty getting along with other members of my family, but I don't need to cook because you're spectacular at that.
All right, that is worth a kiss. The real one.
And I put my arms around him and give him a kiss and just kind of put my forehead to his and take a deep breath. I'm coming back. Even if I have to cut my way through a million zombies to get there. Beatrice is annoying, but she did ensure I've at least got some equipment to do that.
And I am told we are figuring out how to get what do you call the big ones? These fire, the air, all of these working again. The big ship weapons.
The cannons,
No, yeah, it's like I don't know. They don't tell me. They just tell me to wrap the ropes and then to hammer the pegs and things like this, and I do it. It keeps me busy.
I'm sure Luca
Our
will
daughter
be,
also likes the hammer, and I keep worrying she's going to hit her thumb.
Oh. Ugh. Keep an eye on
You
that.
can't stop them from doing whatever you are doing. You know this.
I know. I'm worried that Luca took quite the shine to the sword.
Oh yes, he's talking about something green. Is that what he is talking about?
And I'm gonna pull out the sword.
Oh, that is very green.
Very green, very shiny.
Okay. You do your thing.
Yeah. Keep them safe. And Cece has a pot of that magic, the stuff from Desdemona. I want to say Desdemona, and it's not Desdemona. Fuck.
Desi Mata.
Desimata, thank you. From Desimata. Just in case.
He like it looks like he wants to ask you a question, and then he just goes, "Okay."
I don't really know how it works, but it seems to be of limited supply, and if somebody needs to be brought back from the brink of death, well, I know who would want it. Keep it for.
Right. Okay. On that horrible note, I go figure out how to carry a tent and a bedroll and whatever else kind of stuff you need for camping on your back. Never did a lot of camping. He kind of like is.
Nope.
He looks to everyone else who's there. I don't think you were very far away from everyone else doing this.
No,
It's
I
like
don't
one of
think
the
so.
like stand 20 feet
No.
away and everyone creatively or ignores you
Yep.
for a while.
Yep. Little
Um,
circle.
Kiara, what was the lie about the soup? You know, eating your soup makes you big and strong.
That's what happened to Abigail.
That's what I thought.
Big soup person, Abigail.
Yeah, I do feel like Kiara at one point would have come to Abigail. If Luca asks, you love soup.
I do love soup.
I need Abigail to love soup.
okay.
You don't eat your soup? How'd you get so strong?
I swing this big sword around a lot.
No, you're supposed to say, I love soup.
Ah, yes. I love soup.
That's going in the quotes.
Yes.
Because this much good, that's
Deadpan.
what I can say about them.
Yes, I love soup. Soup is huge.
um, while we're talking about this, Abigail will fully change the conversation and look at both Kaiser and Kiara and say, do either of you know how to fight without armor? Are you trained at any point in any way to fight without armor? Either one of you?
I'm not trained to fight with armor, so.
I wore armor once in the junior military corps, and then I dropped out.
Okay, well, we have one suit of armor. Beatrice has taken another one. So
Oh, that stinks.
Wildly uncomfortable.
Is that you? It looks like Beatrice.
It was off of the corpse. I did not wash it. Don't look at me. This is my moment of great shame.
Oh, how the
Ugly
mighty
color
fall.
It's ugly color and it's just she's like fiddling with it. She's like uncomfortable.
So if you wear light armor,
Mhm.
I believe the rule is if you are not trained in light armor,
It costs you 1 speed point to
every time you do a
yeah.
speed task.
Yeah.
I believe speed is it speed? I think it's just speed tasks regarding movement. I don't know if it's speed tasks
anyone can
generally.
wear armor. Blah blah blah. Speed-based action. Yeah, using.
Okay, so yes.
Wearing armor increases the cost of using a level of effort when attempting a speed-based action.
Okay, only if you use effort on that action. So if you're rolling it, you can move the same amount, the same distances, and everything else.
Mhm.
Just anytime you just pay the penalty every time you were doing something like
Just
trying
the
to
one.
like squeeze through somewhere or trying to add effort to beat someone to something. those kinds of things.
It's okay. I don't see Beatrice running off to try to beat somebody.
Just to make
So
Beatrice not feel so bad, I'll put it on.
Thank you.
Just to make her
Okay.
not feel bad. I love it.
Just to make her not feel bad or embarrassed, because she's never done that to anyone else before. Ever.
Can you please put that in the quotes?
There's a punch on your shoulder from Nero, which
Ever.
of course is on the light armor, and she's like, okay, it works, kind of.
Would you like the dagger? She holds out the glowing dagger.
Oh no, I have this, and he pulls out a letter opener. An actual letter opener. I sharpened it on the whetstone that I saw on the ship.
This one is better, though.
Don't want to touch the green thing.
It's fine. It just gives you a sense of ambition. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what someone would say if they're trying to get you to try drugs.
I don't understand what the big deal is, actually. Not the drugs part. Just it's a weapon. Just ignore it.
If they're doing it, I don't understand why you aren't.
If it does damage to the creatures here, we shouldn't be turning our nose up at it.
Oh, I'm not turning my nose up at it. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
I don't like the way Beatrice makes me feel, but she's still here. We put up with things we don't like.
This is true. This is why I'm wearing this armor.
See? Even she gets it.
I'm wearing the armor too.
Nero goes, please, I'll use it. Don't make Dad do that. He doesn't want to do it. You know, I will take the little
But you went through
pointy
all the
dagger. I went
effort.
through all of the trouble.
I know. I'm just,
Wait, what sort of trouble?
I asked
You
around a
filched these?
lot of times. It took me all night
Satisfying
to ask
trouble?
so many questions.
Satisfying trouble? Yes, satisfying trouble. Was it satisfying trouble?
We were satisfied with the result.
She was
Forget I
satisfied
asked.
at least 5 times with her troubles.
So Nero is asking for the dagger.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to her. You just stick.
Maba shows up. He sees all of you brandishing green weapons. There's this sort of low grumble from him. He has acquired another green dagger from the one that discharged. Yeah. Just so you know, Maba is level 3. He can assist you with running, climbing, and lifting, which he does all at level 5. He can offer up an asset
cool.
on those skills.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm gonna need that.
That's it.
So, Lauren, do you have the bow on you?
Oh, yeah, I thought we retconned trading.
I realized I was going to trade, but if you already had a sword, then that's not super helpful.
No. It's not. I'm like...
The green weapons are great against a specific kind of creature. They do things that the other ones, obviously, stabbing with a sword and changing its mind.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be the green sword. Also, other advantages that I will call shadow creatures have.
Yeah.
May be negated by the green stuff, which.
So, Lauren, do you want the bow or do you want the other? Do you want to have 2 swords? Do you want to be a witcher?
I will take 2 swords because Abigail prefers swords.
Dope. I will take the bow then.
She is able to find one of those little holster things to put on her back, so she has 2 swords in those holsters.
Got her steel and her silver blade. She's ready to go.
And then you also see her strap a dagger to her belt, and then you see her hide her green shard into her boot.
All right.
And now she's all ready.
I feel prepared with Abigail prepared, so.
So a couple of things that you noticed as time has passed overnight. One was there was a tiny sliver of the jagged green moon that went overnight through some breaks in the clouds. Your working, as I say, weapons that you were familiar with seem to glow maybe a little bit brighter over the course of the night. If they already had that live energy in them, the dark ones are still dark. Nothing really changed. You also notice that the residual kind of heat of you having crashed and all of this energy of the goddess is really beginning to fade quite a bit now, and just the general coldness of the place is coming in. The wind seems colder. The fires are still warm, but everyone's starting to like congregate around the leeward side of the ship to stay out of the wind, because it is quite a bit chillier and nippier. The clouds are starting to accumulate in the sky in the morning, and the damp wind feels like it might be snowing in the future. Just a few things. I will say traveling. So if you are in good weather, you can travel 2 hexes for free. And then if you want to go another hex, to reflect your fatigue, you just pay 2 might. It's just a cost. And then you can travel an additional hex in good weather. Um, Yeah. Sorry, to maintain the pace, 2 might. If you don't pay anything, then you're half the speed for the rest of the day. So basically, you can do in good weather 2 hexes, not pay anything, and do another hex, or pay your might and do 4 hexes total. In bad weather, everything's halved. So 1 hex, pay 2 might to do a second hex, and or only do basically a half a hex. I had that figured out. Or sorry, 3 hexes. Screwed that up, and now everyone's confused.
Tell us
We can
when
go
it
2
matters.
hexes, or we could spend the thing to go a 3rd hex.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
If you
Yeah,
need somebody to
so-
go ahead, Kiara is able to ignore terrain and just keep pushing. She does her cardio, apparently. And she's a stubborn bitch.
Yeah, I think it's more the stubbornness at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely more the stubbornness. It's a fuck you, I won't die. I refuse.
So, which direction do you want to go for your first hex? Do you want to go north east or north or northwest? Your one light target is almost directly north from you. So you can
That was the brighter light, right?
that's the dimmer light. The dimmer light's directly north. The brighter light is off to the east, almost northeast.
Which side were we gonna go? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering which site did we decide to go to?
I don't think you
Did we
have.
decide that? Okay.
Um,
Am I able to use a combination of my navigation skill and my assessing danger skill to try to figure out if one direction seems to have a better vibe than the other?
you can do an intellect task to and apply those as assets.
Cool.
I will say level 5 intellect test.
Alrighty. 5. Come on. I'll just put those manually in as assets, that's fine. Level 5. And I will put in some effort. And 2 assets.
Very nice.
Ooh, let's go.
Yay!
Even though it is a dimmer light, you have like talked to a couple of the other crew members and everything else. Everyone thinks that the light directly to the north should be the Cormorant, which was the capital ship, and it also seems like it is perhaps a little bit closer. So everything's sort of like the safer bet seems to point to that one, unless that there is someone specific you wanted to try and reach on the Storm Petrel. Abigail would know someone on the Storm Petrel that she would want to reach, but other than that, the rest of you don't exactly have any associates other than you know that cousin Lucia is on the Storm Petrel.
Fine.
I'm going to suggest the easy one.
Great North?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you head out, and as you head out, within an hour, the snow starts to blow. Because,
Of course.
it's that kind of story, guys.
Ugh. In my uncomfortable, gross armor, how could you?
At least the cold keeps it from smelling so bad.
Silver linings.
Too much
Always.
silver, in my opinion. Should adjust her to the snow.
Yeah, you get into an area that is starting to become forested. I will. Does someone have a navigation ability?
Do.
All right, so I will let you see one further hex in every direction. If you pass, we will say another level 5 navigation check.
Give me a second.
You cannot use your assessing danger on this one, but you can still obviously use your navigation.
I've got something that helps me with navigation as well. Where'd I put it? And it's not foot. It's not pushing through.
Could I offer assistance with my skill and
Away.
perception? Take an asset.
Woo! Okay.
Yay!
When you apply a level of effort to navigation task, you can apply a free level of effort. Dope.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
nice.
Ooh.
Basically 2 levels of effort.
All right. And it was 5?
level 5. Yeah.
Alrighty. Navigation. Okay. It's and then
How do you guys want your what token do you want to represent you?
What's the family color?
Yeah, what's the family color?
Oh. What is the family color?
Something annoying like periwinkle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
A specific
no.
shade.
Mustard
Chartreuse?
yellow.
Oh,
no.
Something
I
absolutely petulant.
no.
The more obnoxious, the better.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
All right, but I am
Success
successful on the
again.
navigation.
Yay!
You're already automatic on the navigation, so you rolled it for no reason.
Well, things go
Yes,
shitty
you
when
do.
we're trying to navigate, so who knows?
Okay, so now I have to switch to.
Two
So
and two. How did that become automatic? Oh, because I
range.
haven't turned in the skill. That's why. Okay. Yep, I can
Yeah.
math.
So I will say that although you cannot see that there is something in there, you get the sense that there has been you can see that there is a path. Maybe just little fragments of it. Maybe as you spot it over a hill or through trees, you get the sense that there's some kind of a gap or some spot where things have been worn through. So there was some traffic here at some point. This is narratively, that's just what we're saying. You cannot see what kind of thing is in the one to the northeast, but you suspect that if you search it, you will be able to find some kind of landmark in there.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do we want to spend the might to go that extra hex?
I would.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah?
2 points from everybody.
I gotta ask. Do I get a reduced thing because of my thing with terrain and pushing through?
Yes.
Yeah.
We will exempt you from this cost.
Does edge apply?
No.
No.
I keep changing the wrong number.
Oh no.
Oh, you keep changing your
I keep
total
changing my
pool?
total pool. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
That's not right.
I did that for like the first 2/3 of playing
Mhm.
Cypher.
And then you're like, oh my gosh,
Oh shit!
how
I
much
think I've been
number do
doing
I
it wrong.
actually have in my pool?
Why can I not delete? I think I could. I right click. I can copy. I can paste. I can undo. Oh, there it is. Delete. Oh,
I
really
did
annoying.
not know that, so that's good to know. I've been doing it wrong too. I should have read it carefully when it says current and then pool. I should have just been like, "That's what currently I have."
Should have given it away.
I'm
Really,
gonna
you think
refresh
the
'cause
English
it
major in me would have figured that out?
absolutely does not want to delete that for me. Don't really need like more mustard yellow on the map than absolutely necessary.
No, the more the better, Greg. Honestly,
There. Oh, it's gone. Okay. That
our
one's
family is
gone. Okay.
obnoxious.
Now I can delete things. Awesome. I mean, it's a great kind of obnoxious.
Absolutely.
The criminal kind.
Yeah,
Do, 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 do,
and the
do.
entertaining kind.
Do, do, do. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to change. Hold, please.
Holding.
Holding.
Hold
Everyone
quietly,
create their
please.
own elevator music.
You don't want your own humming music? I was gonna do the Jeopardy theme song, but okay.
I have one of my things that I get with never say die is trained. Oh no, not never say in being clever. Trained in all tasks in identifying or assessing. It's the weirdest list. It's identifying or assessing. Danger lies, quality, importance, function, or power.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I can't keep them. So I just listed them all individually and put them on my sheet that way because generally
No way
they have
you
more
were gonna remember that.
things
Yeah.
in common where it's
Understandable.
like charm, persuasion, that sort of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then this one, I'm just like, no, I gotta remember that
I don't
this way.
understand. Yeah.
Especially because they're so different from each
I
other.
know, right?
Do, do.
Yeah, I feel like Kiara spent the entire way to this planet learning how to read maps and look at topography. Like that's why she can navigate. It's the I'm gonna learn how to do one thing.
Yeah.
Crash before the crash.
Yeah.
So, you get on the path and you follow it to the right, which is most definitely well used. Kiara leads you somewhere, and then she doubles back and says, basically, "Follow me." And everyone is like, "So, did you let Nero come with you and Dante?"
I would have definitely let Dante come with me. That the question of Nero coming, I think, is more of a guys are
Yeah,
Nero
Nero
thing.
tries to come
She's
with
an
you.
adult. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right.
I
So
do think
you
at some
all
point Dante is carrying Beatrice because there's
you don't get any lighter in the snow.
you offered. I don't understand what the problem is.
When you all arrive at the path, you see it lacks recent footprints in the snow, but there are places where rocks have been placed over like low spots in the dirt. There's low-hanging branches that have clearly been chopped off and moved out off to the side, and other such marks of intelligent choices in trail making. Kiara explored like 100 yards in each direction when she found this path and kind of got oriented that it basically runs perpendicular to the direction you were traveling, left and right. Which you would think of as east and west, but I'm just saying that because north is at the top of maps.
Yep.
Further encouraging you to follow it rather than pressing for a more direct route to the north. The trees get thicker within sight of this path. It's quite a distance, but you can look back and see gaps in the trees. The further you look north, the thicker it gets.
Okay.
So it takes over an hour, but following a gradual descent into a gorge with a small creek that could be heard perhaps 100 feet below you, you eventually reach an area where there are a couple of narrow step plateaus above you. So, little step backs of the cliffs that are maybe 10 feet wide or so at their widest. And you realize that most of the trees have been cut down in a wide area above and below an outcropping above these two little plateaus. There's an even higher plateau above. And kind of walking around and trying to get an angle on this place where someone has clearly done a bunch of work. You can see that there is the top of a small hut built against the back wall of this gorge, this like canyon. You can only see the top of the roof from this angle. It has wooden shingles on it. And then as you're kind of moving around, one of you spots that there is a ladder made of long branches of vine tied together that's laying down the one end of this sort of stepped cliff. And you can see that you could all kind of traipse over there with some effort and get up this ladder, but you don't see any way to get from that first step to the top of the plateau. The second step is another 10 feet of sheer wall. But somehow someone built a hut up here. There must be a way up.
Shall we skedaddle over there and explore, see if we can figure out how they got up?
Sure.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody traipsing through the snow, and you get to the first ladder. First ladder's, pardon me, is about 50 feet tall. It is quite old, and long, thin tree trunks that someone has sliced all the branches off of, found some sticks, and then wrapped it with a bunch of vines and such. Very of its place ladder. Like someone made the ladder from the shit that they had around.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
I would like to assess the
Abigail-
danger of using this ladder.
Yeah, I would say that's an
That's
intellect
good.
task, level 4. Yep.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Abigail was just going to climb up it, so yeah.
Yeah. Abigail was like ready to go, and you're like, no, wait.
What are you doing? I'm assessing the danger.
I'm making sure that the person who's good at swinging swords doesn't break their neck on a ladder.
What? Why? You don't need a
Sarcasm was
neck
not
to swing a
necessary.
sword.
My God.
That's ridiculous.
Yay, success.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
There are a couple of rungs in this ladder, especially since it's 15 feet high, that you think would best be skipped completely, or shimmed or replaced before anyone tries to do anything with it,
All right.
lest someone put a foot right through it.
I'm gonna point it out to Abigail, and I feel like Abigail would know this about Kiara because Kiara snuck out a lot, so that's why she has the climbing skill. And she's just gonna look. Do you want me to go first, or you good?
I mean, Abigail's good with going first.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So level 3 climbing task, you have an asset on the task because she has pointed out to you, hey, this ladder is not perfect. You are not attempting to repair it. You're just going to work with what you have.
Cool. Yeah, Abigail's not interested in repairing the ladder unless Kiara is. So
I would say, how difficult does the task look to repair it? Because if I'm not worried about Abigail, I am definitely worried about Beatrice climbing this thing, though.
Correct.
Time, effort-wise, it would be a matter of finding like most of the trees have been cut down around here, so it would be going further afield. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Well, so much for not falling off the ladder.
Yeah.
Hi, Abigail.
I get halfway up and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, I think you've been pointed out what the problem is, but in sort of like trying to place your feet and everything else, the ladder, the whole ladder like tips to the side in a way that no one was expecting because you're like shifting your weight over, and it falls to the ground. Take 2 might damage, not reduced by your armor. Sorry, or you're not wearing armor, are you?
Nope.
No, yeah, 2 might damage. Yeah, just she's about 10 feet high. You see the whole thing start to.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh.
A
You
string
okay,
of
Abigail?
curses from Abigail as she falls and then gets herself back up.
Abigail, are you all right?
Do you need bandages?
No.
I'll be
I love that Beatrice answered for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for 2 reasons. One, she saw Kaiser's bandage abilities.
She knows what she's talking about.
Maba grabs the ladder and pushes it back up, and he's like, thought it was good in the ground. We'll hold it. And it looks like the ladder. I will offer this as a GM intrusion. The ladder now is damaged to a point where nobody wants to climb it.
Okay.
Okay.
GM intrusion is for you, Lauren. You may
Okay.
distribute your other experience point where you wish.
I'll give it to Kiara.
Fabulous. All right. So
save you
is
from
the
yourself.
ladder fixable, or should we try scaling? I don't know if the wall is scalable.
It's fixable. It's probably more a matter of time than skill. And you know that. I mean, you've come quite a ways. It's starting to get dark.
Okay.
It takes a long time for the sun to set here, but
Yeah. In that case, do we want to set up camp just where we are? Or do we want to try to climb up and see what's going on there?
Well, how high is this? Is it sheer? This step
Yeah, he
up?
said it was sheer. We
pretty
couldn't
much,
couldn't
yeah.
scale it.
So there's like 15 for the first ladder and then 10 for the next one.
Yeah.
The ladder was attached to the wall. It's not anymore. So that's the good news. It kind of
Oops.
solves your second problem if you can fix it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably set up camp here and put ourselves
Yeah.
back against that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sure. So yeah, if you're going to set up camp, I would say let's take a 10-minute break, and then
Sounds
we'll
good.
come
Sounds
back
good.
with the scenery of the night.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's
You are muted.
He's back first, no less.
Yes. Yeah, I got really nauseated earlier.
Oh dear.
And when I got sick, I've been feeling like crap kind of all day, and I didn't eat much for dinner.
Hmm.
Now I'm very hungry. So when made food.
You have a strange digestive system, my man.
I sure do. I had to buy another bag of all dressed.
Had to. Just had to.
I had to. They were there. They were on sale.
You just gotta.
$2.50 a bag.
Yeah, our chips cost twice what your chips do for some reason.
Everything up there costs so much just because of how the dollar is. Like I saw that the new Sega All Stars racing game is a Sega All Stars racing game for one, and for two is being marketed as a Sonic game, but it's not even a mainline Sonic game, and it's $100.
Yep.
That's wild. I miss 2008 when people were saying, "Gone are the days of the $50 video game."
I mean,
Oh, how wrong
Steam,
they were.
You can get a lot of things for cheap.
True. I have been taking advantage of that. And I did get picked up for the Chrono Odyssey closed beta test. I will not be playing this game. I loaded into it. The character creator is gorgeous, is amazing. The combat HUD and UI are terrible. I'm like, oh, okay. I played it for like 5 minutes. Immediate motion sickness.
Wow. I got Citizen Sleeper recommended to me by
Citizen Sleeper.
Yeah, it's kind of an RPG, I think, kind of roguelike kind of thing where the decisions you make are very much it was sort of compared to Disco Elysium and the Outer Wilds.
Okay, I can see that
Possibly.
on this.
I've never played the Outer Wilds. I understand. You're not supposed to talk about the Outer Wilds until you played it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But it was recommended by Isabel, so I'm like, man, I will. I'll see, and I put it on my wish list, and it went on 75% off. So I got it for like $7, and I'm like, yeah, $7. I mean, $7.85 or whatever it was. I'm like, you can't go wrong for at least trying it for that price. I paid way more for Satisfactory. Still haven't finished Satisfactory because the last phases of the game are like some tremendous amounts of complicated busy work just to get them to work.
I believe in you.
Well, I want to play with my co-op buddy so that I can go back to the earlier portion of the game and remember what it's like to actually accomplish things. And he has been a very busy boy. So
it looks good.
Everybody's back. Satisfactory?
Citizen Sleeper.
Citizen Sleeper?
Yeah, I'm on the Steam page right now. Take a look at
Isabel recommended it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go with it. And then Kevin played it and he said it was good. So I'm like, yeah. When I'm not on call and trying to plan sessions and everything else, and my daughter's planning shit and all that, I will try and play it. But now it's in the Steam library. I'm not the guy who has 100 games in his Steam library, so
yeah.
pardon me.
I just bought Control for like $7. So
I got Control for free from the Epic Game Store years ago, and then I never action games on my PC are not a thing for me. I like a controller, and I don't like trying to pair up my goddamn controller to my PC. So
yeah, no, I understand that.
So, the first night that you were here was one of low clouds, and the daytime was full of blowing snow, but the night has seen the sky finally show some breaks in the clouds. The days seem, as I said, to not last long here. Your body clocks have not made that adjustment particularly well. So, despite the long walk, being physically exhausted, you all remain alert and awake past sunset quite a while. Without much to do and without much progress in the woods, being possible in the darkness, you take to watching things around you very carefully. Would someone scavenge for the bits for the ladder to work on it tomorrow morning in the dark. Yeah, Kiara would. You can make
100%.
me. You can make me a scavenging check. Do you take anyone with you?
Yeah, I would probably.
You have Nero, Maba, Dante, and of course your party members.
I might take Maba with me,
Okay. He
just so
looks
I've
at you.
got.
He goes,
It would just be because she doesn't think going off on her own is ever a good idea.
"Yeah,
Smart.
yeah." He comes with you with a torch, and he's like, "I'm holding this so you could find. You find sticks."
Sticks vines. We're trying to repair that ladder in case we need to go up it halfway through the night. It's going to take us some time, so we didn't want to spend that just repairing the ladder and finding nothing up there. So
Yeah.
I'm holding a torch, and
I
he's
appreciate that.
like he isn't. He's not really good at looking for things. So this is not his wheelhouse per se, but you are welcome to make a level 4. We will call it scavenging. So if you can always pick up that skill as a skill later, but if you don't have that skill specifically, it is just a level 4 speed task. Really, you are like grabbing things and digging in the snow and looking for stuff. So it's
I do have 4 XP.
Hey.
yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to scavenge.
There you go.
All right. Cool. Is that intellect then?
No speed.
Speed. Okay.
It is a speed task. I'm sure in some system it's an intellect task, but I feel like in this sense,
Sounds good. And what was the was it 4?
4. It was 4. I will say you could take 1 more XP for successfully doing your navigation to get you guys to the right point as well from earlier. So
Okay.
Thank
an
you.
XP to spare.
We appreciate.
Yeah, actually, everybody take that XP.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh.
We
I got
appreciate
four.
it.
Yeah. Oh, I got 4 XP.
Very
Oh my
much
god.
so.
I gotta figure out what to do with that.
So he's not able to give me the help action with his torch?
No.
Damn. Oh well. No, don't
Oh
find nothing.
no luck tonight. You don't have to. You won't have to remake the check in the morning. Basically, it'll just be time spent in the morning to do this. As you are out, Maba taps you on the shoulder and points up, and the rest of you will see this if you are around the fire. Tinged in the shimmering green of this, so the crystalline moon has come up as the night has started, and instead of just like a very faint tinge, almost like a third of the moon is exposed and reflecting light. So everything has this kind of greenish hue over top of it as the night goes on. In that reflected green, way in the distance above, is a great flying creature with wide
Oh.
bat-like
Oh.
wings, a very long extended neck, and a long tail with a distinct fork at its end. And Maba looks at you, he goes, "What's that?"
I don't know.
I will say that from your homeworld, dragons were a thing of legend. Mostly the legends were about how the Amboli drove them far from all civilized areas and they resided only in the most remote wilderness locations.
Alright.
Do you rush back to the camp when you see this thing?
Yep.
Yeah. You guys hustle up the valley and find the path back. And you show up. The rest of you are all staring at it. It was there for maybe 30 seconds and disappeared. It just passed way ahead over the trees and then in through branches of some like pine trees, and it was like gone. And Dante looks at you and goes, "How big do you think that it was?"
Big.
Fucking love
Rude.
Abigail.
She is the best.
For sure, bigger than a man.
Yes, Dante.
Two men, 3 men long, maybe. Nero's like, maybe like a wide as a like as a big around as a maybe 2 men, but maybe not any bigger. But like the wings look like a big, and the neck was super long neck.
You see, with his eyes closed, Kaiser is like almost mimicking Nero's like pantomiming of this creature, and he is going to petition Desimato for a premonition regarding this thing.
Ooh. One random fact about this thing.
One random fact, yeah.
One random fact. Let's go.
Contrary to what you know about uh, dragons, this thing is an intelligent hunter, but not an intelligent being.
Ooh.
Okay. So like a wyvern, maybe.
Predator.
It was an audible gulp.
Are we okay, Kaiser?
If it doesn't see us, but I get the feeling it knows what it's doing. It knows that there are things to be hunted, and we maybe count as those things.
The problem.
No, it's not like a big fire. But it occurs to
I was
me.
about to say.
This is Nero. But it occurs to me that it's like the only fire.
So do we dampen it then and huddle all together for warmth, I suppose?
How far away was this thing?
It was way high altitude, like hundreds of feet in the air. It's
Gotcha.
hard to. That's why there was this discussion about how big it is, because it wasn't
Yeah.
100% clear.
Is there anything we can use as a canopy over the fire? As like an awning?
You could try and like not sacrifice, but repurpose a part of one of your tents and the poles to try and make like a lean-to that covers the fire. It would make for a very smoky experience for the rest of the evening, but you can try we'll say that is a level 4 speed test to do this on the fly. If someone wants to. Is your audio improved there, Lauren?
Yes.
Yeah, Kaiser would just suggest that idea, but not actively do it himself.
We don't know how good
I could
those
have
things
done-
are at seeing from a distance. Birds can see crazy far. I don't think I want to keep this thing going.
I can ask Dante or Nero to help me out and like try to do
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Sure. They can give you a asset.
Yes. Part of my retinue.
They're all about.
Yeah.
We'll say
Alright.
Dante in this case is more
Yeah.
practically.
That's what I thought. I was like, not to be, that. I was just like, I just feel like he's gonna be a little bit more helpful in this area. All right. What level was it again? I'm so sorry.
4.
I'm gonna apply some edge and some effort to this. Wait, do I have? No, I don't think I have any edge. I think
You
I thought
apply
about
effort.
getting edge. Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I think.
I thought about getting edge and I went for intelligent edge. Never mind.
So level
Yeah,
4 is 12 or higher. Makes the
Mhm.
check with no effort applied. 3 points out of your speed pool for the first level, and then 2 points for your. I believe you took an
Oh.
extra level of effort.
Oh, I forgot to do my asset. Wait, can I re-roll that? Back to the
Um,
asset.
yes, you can
Yeah.
re-roll that.
I'm sorry. I forgot the asset. I wasn't thinking.
You know. Hopefully, you don't roll a 4 or a 3
know.
or a 2.
If it is, the dice god's telling me it's meant to be. Ooh.
That's better. 18.
Much better.
No extra
Thank
damage
you.
on that, unfortunately.
No. Just trying to hit the fire.
You spread out you throw some pitons into the wall that you have someone has improvised from some of the ship's nails, and then you stretch this thing out and try and balance these two tent poles, which again are not really were not originally purposed for a tent,
Yeah.
and you manage to get it. But now the smoke is all just billowing out the sides as much as you have covered the light of the fire. So you all have to kind of like try and strategically place yourselves so you are not choking to death on the fire.
Yep.
Speaking of which, watch as you actually
yeah.
do start to get tired.
Kiara went off to go do that because she doesn't want to be near the smoky fire.
Mhm.
All right. Just what order are you doing watch in, and is it one person at a time, or two people, or what?
I mean,
how
I
many
think
of us
we could
are
do
there?
it one at a time.
7?
There are 7. Yeah, the 4 of you plus the 3 NPCs.
I think
Kaiser
two
will
at a time
take a
makes
watch
sense.
alone. Yeah,
An
2 at
hour
a
and a half.
time, and then Kaiser will do one alone.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so 2 at a time, and then...
Mhm.
Okay. Abigail will go with Kiara.
All right.
Roll me a so it's basically 4 groups. So roll me a D4.
Go ahead,
Abigail,
Lauren.
Kiara first. Kaiser and Nero. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
whatever we want to do, that's fine.
Yeah, Kaiser and Nero, Beatrice and Dante,
Mhm.
and then Maba will come around with, I guess, Kaiser's second, whatever Kaiser's second was. Who's rolling a D4?
I got it.
Lauren got it?
1.
Cool. Perfect. So, as you guys are making these rounds and deciding what sort of route you could take to keep the campsite in view, but get a decent sense of whether something is approaching you in these woods and out somewhere along this long ravine, you eventually get to what you sort of perceive might be the outer distance. And even with the torch that you have, the darkness is heavy and significant. Cloud comes in front of the moon, and you are left in the black just with the two of you. Is there anything that Kiara tries to discuss with Abigail, the famously not talky person?
Mhm.
Do you resent that you ended up here with us?
I made my choice a long time ago.
That didn't answer
I
my
knew what I was
question.
getting into.
Is that a no?
No.
My sister seems to think that you're just going to stay loyal to the family. I think you're going to be loyal to your survival.
Are you going to ask me? Or are you going to assume?
Would you tell me if I asked?
Yes?
Who's right?
Neither one of you are right.
Explain.
I have been with this family for a long time. Probably longer than I ever intended to. I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised I was even alive at some times. At the end of the day.
Yeah?
But it has left me tired. And I just want a place to rest. So, which group do you think is gonna give me that? The already established group of miscreants and shipmates who are trying to find a way off the planet? Or the family who is completely unestablished in every single way on this planet. Which one do you think is going to give me the upper hand, the better advantage? Lead me to the goal of finding some place to just get some rest.
And if a third option opens up, that's going to leave us behind.
I haven't left you behind yet, have I?
I'm hoping it stays that way.
And what if it doesn't?
I want you to both make me a level 6 intellect defense roll.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
What?
The
I'm
mood of
not good at
ambition
those.
rises upon conflict.
I'm not good at those. Okay, I'll do one effort. See what happens. Oh,
Oh,
no!
shit. Even better.
Oh my goodness.
What's
Oh,
gonna
jeez
happen to
Louise.
Abigail?
I don't know, man. I'm worried.
Me too. Oh.
I love geometry.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
God!
oh,
Oh god, we're gonna
guys.
find Abigail
Oh,
and
dear.
Kiara dead.
This is gonna be great.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hurt so bad.
This is very
Jesus.
gonna hurt.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
don't. I was obviously not anticipating that. So while you guys were having this discussion, you did not notice black wisps of smoke coming in underneath you, and then eventually wrapping up around your neck and mouth. And suddenly, you both find yourselves unable to talk, like someone has. When you inhale the smoke, like someone has put a fist down your
Yeah.
throat, and you can breathe through your nose, but you can't make a sound. You're cut off in the middle of your sentence. And both of you hear in your mind, it's time to rest.
Oh no.
The struggle, the effort hasn't been worth it. It's better to dream in the dark.
I
Only
am.
you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
She's grabbing for one of her arrowheads because those are the ones with the glowing green on it. Trying to see if she can find something to stab, holding it up to it, just trying to figure out if this has any effect.
Make me a level 4 attack roll.
Okay. How many assets on that?
Yay!
Woo!
All right. You just grab an arrow and you slash out, and there is just a green spark that flickers in the air. Now, you both have a GM intrusion coming. That was just the effect of
Yeah.
failing the check.
Yep.
We'll wait for
Okay, I
Lauren to
thought
come
that was
back.
the GM intrusion.
No,
No.
no, that's just failing. Oh, I stabbed my friend.
I'm gonna wait for Lauren to come back. She's having audio issues.
Yep. Oh, the tension.
Jesus. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what would happen if Joelle got a 1? And I think I may have caused this.
Tempted fate, man.
I just thought it. I didn't say it aloud.
True.
Hey, Natalie, can you do me a favor?
Mhm.
Can you turn your camera on and off again?
Sure.
Thank you.
No problem. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, now I have a better idea of what Abigail's motivation is.
Yeah.
It might not matter in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Fabio might be raising those kids on his own.
Oh, God.
Oh, we got a
Hello.
Lauren.
Hello, sorry, I had to switch my headphones because my Bluetooths were being a bitch.
Problem.
So what happened?
Yeah, nothing yet. I was waiting for you. So she slashes out, and you see a crackle of green light in front of you that flashes on both of your faces. But for the GM intrusion, when she makes a move, the voice says to you, to you, Abigail, help her to silence, and I will help you. You have to attack.
Kiara.
You have to attack Kiara.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh
You're
my
on a
god.
hill. Does Abigail take the most apt thing and try and toss her or push her down the hill?
Oh, Abigail was just going to take out her sword and stab her.
Okay.
She's been told to silence people before, and that's what they mean.
That's fair.
Yep,
That's
no
fair.
Okay. What is the difficulty for that?
It's contested, but we're gonna hinder you, Joelle, on your defense task.
Because I don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speed defense. Do I have anything that helps me with that?
This thing hits pretty hard. I will.
Hey, I have a thing.
You have
Identifying danger. Does it help here?
Sure, you can have an asset.
Woo! So I get to roll that one flat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear.
This is the best thing ever.
And I hate to do it, but I'm gonna take the +4 damage.
Jesus Christ!
So that's 10. That's 10 to Kiara.
Oh my god. Please don't kill her.
Holy shit.
Oh!
You watch as she comes out with her sword and hacks right into you. You feel the blade plunge deep, and you hear the voice say, "One of you will be silent, and one of you will sleep. It is a gift." And now you attack back at.
What the fuck?
You have to attack Abigail. That's your GM intrusion.
What the fuck?
Abigail, you're hindered.
Okay.
All right. Well, fortunately for you, the only weapon I have on me is a bow, which is not great in close quarters. So I'm gonna punch you.
Okay.
Oh, except I have that thing that also counts as medium weapon, so never mind. Yeah, my puncher kick is still gonna suck.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew. Oh god. And yeah, here we go. Don't know the difficulty.
So
And I'm not putting in effort.
That's 19 speed for.
10.
Yep.
So I will leave it to you, Lauren. You have the upper hand, clearly. These things are still wrapped around you. You will get one more action before anything else happens. You have been promised a rest, the thing you were just opining about.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
The I won't hold it against you.
Okay, so this thing, just to clarify, this thing has promised Abigail a rest.
Yep.
But she doesn't know what that means. With the family, she at the very least knows what that means.
It promised silence, sleep, and rest.
I don't think Abigail takes it.
Fair enough.
I don't. I think she drops her sword. Abigail drops her sword.
Before you say you dropped your sword, I will say that as you lunged forward and stabbed her, which sword did you use?
My great sword.
Your
So
regular.
my regular
Okay.
one.
So no, you dropped your sword. As you drop your sword and you feel that hard to push again to try and convince you of the glory of darkness and rest and the peace that comes with it, that this conflict that you're in would end if there was just she was gone, you could rest.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that flick of a arrow fletch, the back of an arrow zip past you, somewhere in front between you, and as it does so, Desimata's golden light erupts all along the smoke that's all around you, and it twists up tight and launches itself somewhere, like ripping down the pathway as the burning and light comes out of it. And you both turn and look over, and there is an arrow in the wall.
I mean, if I can move, I'm going towards it.
The thing has left. It's gone. You can breathe and talk again. The weight, the push on your brains is gone.
I'm gonna grab at where you stabbed me. Mhm. And is it clear to me that she's herself again?
You have a sense, because you were told to attack
Yeah.
her. Essentially, you have a
Yeah.
sense that you were being both pushed.
No,
to
I
do this
know
to
that
one another.
she's
Yeah,
been
you
manipulated,
don't see
but it's
this.
the okay.
You saw this black smoke literally shoot away, rocket away.
Fabulous. What was that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna kind of grab onto your shoulder.
Yeah.
Both of
Which
you
is down here
realize
because
that
I'm taller than you.
both of your
Yeah.
you realize that your eyes are watering. The torch has fallen on the ground. You're both very emotional from the whole thing.
Abigail looks at you and she says, "You asked what would happen if there was a third option. I think you just got your answer."
I guess so.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm not dying. We should look at that.
Kind of
Yeah.
As you
hobbles.
as you pick up the torch to look clearer, you look at one another's faces. Both of you have cried black tears.
Oh!
Abigail reaches out and touches your face and wipes the tears away.
Always be whatever that was. And yeah. Go look at where the
Pull the
arrow
arrow
shot
out of
and
the
then
wall.
yeah.
The arrow tip is like conical and has almost like grooves in it, like a more like a star shaped tip or something. Um,
Oh.
that it might have been used that the extra like volume might have been used to deliver whatever its payload was that did the very unusual thing that it did when it hit the smoke.
Abigail's gonna look, see if she can't see if anything, like in the direction the arrow came
Yeah.
from, to see if she can
Utterly
see.
black, like you.
Okay.
Hey, sorry, just a quick thing. How much damage did you give me, Lauren?
10 damage.
Thank you.
welcome.
I am hindered.
But you ignore being hindered.
Nope. That's not till the next level.
Oh,
Is it?
shit.
Well, you'll
Damn.
learn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
Not
clearly, you're not
Yeah,
great.
but I do get to use my action for both instant and 10-minute right now, so I'm gonna do that right now. Cause ow.
Ow. Ow, ow.
Yeah, well, thanks for rolling several ones, a 1 on a d4 and then 2 ones in a row.
Let's go tell the others.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
Abigail
need some
goes and she picks
bandages.
up a sword and she's it.
So yeah, we come back into the camp and I'm bleeding.
Badly.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
What happened?
Yeah.
Can
You
I
wake
have
up
those
Kaiser and Nero.
bandages?
I stabbed her.
What? Why? Oh, he's like rubbing sleep out of his eyes. What? He goes to fetch bandages. I knew this was my calling, but why?
It was a
Shadows.
thing. Yeah, darkness.
A creature,
Something.
like smoke. It choked out our throats and talked in our minds about silence and stillness, and it made us attack each other. Abigail
That's
was faster
terrifying.
than me.
He's immediately gonna start trying to bandage up.
No, if you don't
Yeah.
mind, could you maybe just help me with it? Just because I can feel where
I
it
do
needs to
whatever
go.
you need.
Oh, a little less tight.
I have the arms of noodles.
And I have
Spaghetti
the wound
arms.
of bleeding.
Okay, he takes his foot off of it and he's trying to
Ben, I fucking love you.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my first aid book that I brought with me, and I'm going to look at what I need to do to treat a wound like this.
More disinfectant than you have. Yeah. You may take your rolls, as it were, for 1 minute, 1 and 10. The rest, obviously, nothing else happens over the course of the night. I think that was probably enough for one night.
Should we rub some dirt in it? I've heard that before.
No, no. Never do that.
But
Never.
you're the one who said it to me.
I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Oh.
Mm.
That's the fourth one I rolled.
That's you. Oh.
Oh my god, that's the fourth one I've rolled on recovery.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We're trying to die, I think. Maybe just a little bit.
That's all right. I've got 2 more recovery that I can still use because I
Ooh.
still have my 1 hour and my. Assuming we getting our full hours, our full night's sleep.
Yeah. You get a full night's sleep.
Yeah. 7.
Oh, bonus.
9.
Yo, there's a good roll.
Hey!
Yay!
So,
Only needed 2.
Gotta do the 10-hour one.
I'll give you both an XP for discovering the shadow creature.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was really happy that
Discovering.
I got an XP
Discovering,
on
that's
the
what we're
previous
calling
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I'm like,
Surviving?
oh shit, I can't do any player intrusions if I need to. What's the full?
I think Abigail will walk up to Kiara as she's patching herself up and just say, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, thank you, it's fine. I know you didn't choose this. And if I'm guessing correctly, if you had any inclination, I wouldn't be breathing.
She gets this kind of concerned, like really concerned look on her face. And she's like, yes, that is correct.
So, thank you. I can't
Okay.
die out here. I have to get back. Promised.
I will do what I can to help you get back.
Thank you. And, Abigail, if I don't make it back, look after my family. Like, really?
She
after
looks
them.
back at Beatrix. She
Snoozing
she
away.
says,
Yeah, he's still asleep.
which one?
Both of them.
Okay.
I'm angry at her. Don't get me wrong. I'm still beyond livid. But we're all we have out here. And I don't want to take anything away from my daughter or my son that might give them a better life. And as much as I hate to say it, that does include Beatrice.
Abigail leans forward and looks you right in her eye. And she says, I understand what it is like to want a better future for the people who come after you. I will do my best.
Thank you.
And yeah, she's gonna turn around and fall asleep.
Nero looks at you, Kaiser, as you start to head out for your rounds, and she goes, so I know they've given me the the dagger because I asked for it. I don't really want to stab you. I just want you to know that now that there's nothing in me that wants to stab you.
It's safe to say I know.
Yeah,
At least I
because
hope not.
I didn't think Abigail wanted to I don't understand what happened.
There are things on this planet that likely have a way of doing things, and we just happen to be a part of it. Dated.
She pulls out the green dagger in a very thoughtful way, and she runs her hand along the back of the blade, the part that someone filed down so it wasn't sharp. She goes, "This it tells me I'm not going to get pushed around."
Good.
Nobody.
I tell you the same thing.
She sticks it back in her belt. She goes, "Okay, maybe we do the other direction first, not the way they came from, just to work up my courage."
He claps his arm around her, and for a bit they walk in that direction. Then he lets her off, kind of.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Morning comes, Beatrice, and you find your sister bandaged up.
She like looks around like is this real? Okay. That was not there last time I saw you. Yes?
Hmm. No, Abigail stabbed me.
What?
Say okay, I tried to stab her back. She's just faster than me.
What?
Give me a hand.
Yeah, she'll help you up.
There are dark creatures in the forest, like made of shadowy mist, and they silenced us. They talked in our minds, talked of stillness and sleep, and well, maybe there's a little bit more to your thought about loyalty than I gave credit for.
I'm sorry. This creature made you two fight each other?
Huh? And then, out of nowhere, this arrow came and it gave a blinding light, blinding gold light, and the creatures disappeared.
What do you mean? What do you mean out of nowhere?
I mean, it was dark and I couldn't see where it came from. I was
Somebody
a little
just
busy trying not to die.
Do you have the arrow?
Yes!
Can I see it?
What's all this shouting?
Did you stab somebody?
No, I bandaged. I hope to bandage the one who got stabbed.
Is that why there's a bow on there?
Yes.
Makes it look like a finished. It's not a finished if you just do a double knot.
That's what I said. Abigail said it was frivolous.
I don't even know what that means.
Unnecessary, stupid, useless.
And
okay, now I know what it means.
Kiara almost says, yeah, like my sister, and then decides now's not the moment.
As Beatrice says, unimportant, stupid, whatever. Kaiser reels as if he's being stabbed.
Aww. But yeah, I'm gonna pull out that arrow.
Can I take a look at this arrow and see if I can sense any of this golden light magic thing on it?
In the daylight, it's a metal tip made of brass or bronze or something. It appears like generally a golden color. It's obviously not gold.
Yeah.
it is a small cone-shaped thing. You can kind of see how if you had some kind of like sticky material, you could put it in these grooves,
Yeah.
and it would hold it for the length of a flight. And probably if it had a target, it would deposit everything, like fling it forward into the target. Kind of a weird setup.
The
It's
bomb
only
arrow.
like
Okay.
yeah, but the tip is relatively tiny.
Yeah.
Like you
Just
can't make
bomb
them
arrow.
too. Yeah,
I don't sense any magic on it or anything like that. It's all gone.
not anymore. No.
Okay. Well, she gives Pyra back the arrow and says, "I guess you have 11 arrows now." Um, and just it just did you pray to Desimata or something? Is this a miracle of some kind?
Well, I certainly did afterwards.
I don't understand. This is how do shadows even trap a person? They're intangible.
Well, we're on a strange world with strange creatures and strange magic. I don't know. All I know is I don't want to die.
I agree. I would like you not to die either.
So, we will need to keep our ears open. I don't. Be aware that this exists.
In a land of darkness, only somewhat frightened by Desimata, I must watch out for shadows that could potentially entangle and enrapture me and attack the nearest person around me.
What I'm saying is
Nero
be aware if somebody suddenly starts to attack you, there's probably a reasonable explanation for it.
First time anyone's ever
Nero
told me
points at you, Beatrice, pokes you in the chest, and goes, "Light is life."
Yeah, okay. Yes, got that. Um,
Dante and Maba have finished fixing the ladder and are desperate to like get your attention and point out that it is so much better than when you first arrived.
Notice me, senpai! Notice me!
Beatrice waves off Dante and is like, "Great job." She's like, she has not looked over.
Look on the bright side, Beatrice. We both smell so bad, no one's going to be near us.
She like mutters under his breath, "I think I want to stab him right now."
Abigail, you could do ladder redux 2.0 if you want.
Yeah, Abigail's gonna walk over to the ladder to Maba
Got something
and
to prove
Dante.
now.
Yeah. Climbing up, no problem. It's a ladder.
Great. That didn't feel like it the first time.
Is everybody coming up onto the first plateau?
Yes.
Because the ladder is effectively loose now,
Oh.
and being held by the two. So the two people have to stay at the bottom to keep the ladder stable
Okay.
because it is not attached to anything. So who are you leaving at the quote unquote campsite?
I think we should take Mabo with us just because he's gonna help us hoof it over here. I say we leave Dante and Nero, not to
No, it sounds
be
good.
like that, but be
Yeah.
like that.
If it's just reconnaissance pretty much that
Yep.
we're doing, then
Yes, sun's come up.
She will
Yeah.
look at the
So-
both of them and say, "Under no circumstances are the two of you to stab, hit, bite, kick, scratch, any sort of physical contact with each other."
Seems unprompted, but okay.
No
This is
precedent
fair.
for this.
They're taking it like it's like you're telling two people in your posse that they can't fight anymore, and they're like, "We weren't fighting. Like, we're getting along great."
Exactly what she's saying. It's like, well,
So
Kiara and Abigail weren't fighting, and all of a sudden she just stuck her with her sword. I don't know.
this is a 15-foot high wooden ladder. It weighs over 100 pounds. So
Easy.
if someone's going to need to, like, two people need to cooperate. Maba is willing to help you, but whoever wants to haul it up to this next level is a level 3 might task.
I got it.
Sure, Abigail.
Go,
Can
Abigail.
Abigail make it automatic with help from Abba?
Level 3, level 2. No, I don't have enough effort to do that. Well,
Do you have any edge to it?
I
But
do.
It's cost. It's just cost.
but I only have one level
just
of
a-
effort.
Effort.
So,
You have not taken that advancement yet.
nope, not yet.
Soon.
Soon.
I'm handing out the XP like candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
The ladder bouncily slides up, and you place it on the next level at a perhaps a less extreme angle, so that you don't need anybody to hold it now because you only have to get up 10 feet, not 15. The ladder's quite long. Yeah, you get up finally on this level where the hut sits. It's quite large and gives an expansive view of the gorge, both upstream and downstream from here. You're looking like all the way down into it. All the trees have been cleared out from the nearer portions. The cabin is perhaps 15 feet by 10, has a stone chimney, wooden walls now that you can see. There's a large chopping block and wood pile on one side, some racks for drying or tanning, like skins out front. There's more evidence. If there is more evidence that this place has been used recently, it is buried in the snow. There are no tracks. There's nothing been tamped down or anything since the last snowstorm, perhaps the one before that. The windows are dark. There is no smoke coming from the chimney.
Are there any sounds coming from within?
Yeah. Can we hear anything?
If you want to go up to the door, you can make
Yeah.
I would say that's a listening.
I use my
Level-
skill on perception.
Yes, level 3.
I would also like to
Put
listen.
your ear up to the door. Yeah.
Never mind. I would not like to listen. I thought I had perception. I thought I had a skill in perception, but I do not.
Yeah, you could still do it. You just wouldn't get the slight discount that he. There's
press-
no noise from the other side of the door.
It's as quiet as this planet was until two days ago.
The door locked?
Is the door locked?
Bang, bang,
No.
bang, bang, bang.
No, that's how you ask. That's how you let them. No, the door. We just jiggles the handle.
It's a simple. It's not even like a door. It's just.
Alright.
It's like a wooden lever. Like someone has made this just something to grab the door. You cannot lock this door. It is like a woodsman's hut or a huntsman's hut. You step inside. You find a very modest and tidy setup. There's a single cot, a fireplace with a copper pot sitting in front of it with some other fire stoking tools. There is a wooden jig of some kind sitting off to the side of the fireplace. There's a little workbench as well that has a few feathers and twine for fletching. There's a number of pegs on the wall to hang tools, although the owner has not seen fit to leave any of the tools, save for a whittling knife with a cracked handle. There is one other table with a chair and a stool. It's a small, just sort of like something you might eat a single supper on, that kind of height of table. There is a page sitting on the small table near the fireplace and a smooth rock on it that has been used as a paperweight.
gonna go read it.
Yeah, I figured someone would. So I will post it as a picture in the session notes and recordings, but I will read it to you. It says, Brynhild, I don't know if you will come this way for the spring hunt or not, but if you are reading this, I hope you are well. I have taken enough fox and a couple of boar to trade with the villagers in Nunir. They still make the pickled beet and pueril root that we both enjoy. Unfortunately, their conversations keep meandering back to why I will not wear the black tear. Only Aki keeps the name of Ruatil on his tongue without being questioned. They respect him, and he still helps them with all of the salves and elixirs that they have come to expect, so if you stop there, keep him close by. The guardian of the bridge to the Yavra, and you expect this as a direction, but it's one of the words you can't really translate without more context. I'm assuming whoever can read is that's Beatrice, right?
Yeah, I'm reading.
Yeah. Has had their password changed too many times for me to keep up, so I don't tread too far up Ranyor Creek anymore. Shame about that. I always hate losing a fishing spot. The bigger problem is the black ones who have lost their reason but not their life. I don't know where they came from, but they move confidently through the night and bring with them a mindless desire to snuff out any light they see. I cut down some trees and tried to funnel them past the cabin, but they are not to be discouraged. I feel bad for whatever settlement fell to the corruption of darkness that would produce them in such numbers. I have my provisions packed and I have decided to head to Fort Greyrock. Captain Susi has said they will take any who reject the Black Tier. Since the Guardian blocks the Nafern route, again a direction that you can't translate, I will head back through Nunir one last time. If the lake hasn't frozen over, I will have to head for the Temple of Esmeril on Sinan Hill. If you lack for a weapon against the Shamblers, I have left a hammer with Viridian runes tucked under the back of the woodpile outside. Use it in good health. I would obviously prefer you follow me to one of the 2 havens of light that I mentioned, but you have always done things your own way, and I don't expect that to change. In solidarity with all those who hear the songs in the forest breeze, Malatus.
Could we
Dark
get
one?
that last little bit put in the chat?
I would obviously
signature.
prefer you to follow me. Oh, in solidarity with all those?
Yeah. Thank you.
The black
Tear.
tier?
What is that? What is the black tier? The dark ones, I got that one. That's probably what we ran into earlier.
Well, we both cried black tears last night.
Okay.
Um, I just assumed it's from those shadow creatures. But, um,
Symbol. Symbol that they wear. And there's some fortresses for light. Seems this darkness wasn't immediate. It was spread. People willingly accepted it.
How long ago was this letter even written?
Can we tell how old this piece of paper is? Or like, I don't know.
I wonder who these figures are they are referring to.
Apparently are some bastions of light. But I mean the planet seemed completely dark when we were coming to land.
Perhaps there were gods before?
And they mentioned a
Does it
temple to
matter?
someone. Mentioned a temple to somebody.
Was Esmeril? I'm guessing with the context is Ruatil?
Some language that they speak or some oath they take.
Definitely more advanced civilizations. And she points to the armor that Beatrice and Kaiser are wearing. If they had an army or a military of some sort, they were advanced enough to do that.
He also had guardians? What does he mean by guardians?
I'm gonna go out to the woodshed and see if whoever you left this letter for ever found that weapon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's smart.
Did not. We looked under the woodpile, and there is an axe. I
Give it to
download
Abigail
the
so
art for it.
it's better slashing.
Are you just trying to load Abigail up with weapons?
Exactly. You're gonna be my
It's
single
good.
tank that I stand behind.
I'll tell you, it sucks when she comes after you, though.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it did. But who would hurt little old me?
I'm sure a
Big
lot of
sister.
people would.
I
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna come back in. Well, whoever the letter was written for, I'm not sure they made it back. Put the axe on the table.
I don't think the letter was ever sent.
The letter was left for somebody.
Oh, that.
You get the idea that the letter was left so someone
yeah.
would come by
Mhm.
looking for him. They would find the letter.
They didn't come by. Maybe
I
they
put it
didn't.
in inspiration art. The axe.
Oh, that's sick.
It is sick.
That's pretty.
Does the green
Ooh.
Oh.
match the shards that we have?
Yep. The green leaves are made from sections of shard. It still glows.
I would
It's
like
beautiful.
to touch the not like the sharp part of the axe, but the green,
Yep.
the greeny stuff of the
The
axe.
sharp part.
Not the edgy bit. The
Not the
same
edgy bit.
feeling. The same feeling fills you. It is that assuredness and drive that is embedded into the very soul of this.
As I'm touching it, and I gotta find where you left it. Okay, sorry. I was like, where did you put the note? Um, what do you say about this? Sorry, I have to read this part again. Um,
I have left a hammer with Viridian
yeah.
runes tucked under the back
Hmm.
of the woodpile outside. Use it in good health.
As
Meridian is
I'm,
just a word for green.
yeah,
FYI.
yeah. Okay. As she's touching this, she's gonna kind of internally, like in her head, call out to see if she can get any sort of sense of Ruatil. Is that how you say it?
Yes, that is how you say it. Ruatil.
Just gonna call out to see if there's any sort of sense that, like you would with Desimata, you could like kind of
Yeah.
get a sense.
Make me a level, we'll say level 6 intellect check, because you're really doing this with like one tiny piece of
Yeah,
information.
she's going with like this could work. I'll put in my 2 edge in my effort. If I do it, no, I do not.
Good try.
I want to GM intrusion if I fail, but it's fine. All right, all right. You get nothing back. Okay. I mean, it's the same magic that the shards are. So.
Abigail will kind of nudge Kaiser, and she'll say, "Can you divine something based off of any of this?" And she gestures to the letter.
Kaiser picks up the letter, takes out a broken pair of reading glasses, and sticks them on his face. Peers over them because they are broken. And he says aloud, "If there is anything Desimata would like to share with me, she would do it now if she were so kind as to do so. I'm curious of Miss Valitis."
Is there? Do you think about Valitis specifically? Is that the thing that you're most curious
Yes,
about?
specifically this
All right.
person, Valitis.
In because you're all focused on Kaiser in this moment, and all of you are sort of waiting with bated breath to see if you find something out. Because often, whenever he's done things up until now, he sort of told you after the fact that he is doing something, and I found something out, and you're kind of like, oh, that was interesting. But now, as you are here while he's doing it, you feel that all of you have been told that you all contain the light of Desimata, that is like a life force in a way that is delivered to you every day through the sun. And you feel this very gentle sensation of almost like someone is pulling their fingers through your hair, but pulling towards Kaiser, just a hint of this energy that is coming from all of the people around him so that he can focus this into his request for Desimata. That he needs people to uh, support his attempts to do these things.
Oh my
You were
god, it's a
thinking
spirit bomb.
you were thinking about Valatus, and you know that he headed what you would call west, that is to the left of your original path, when he is talking about traveling up to these places that he thought would be safe. His first choice was west along the path.
So west to Fort Greyrock. But then he mentions that a guardian blocks the Nafern route. So he'll go through the Nunir one last time. And we have no idea what those are, except perhaps the Nunir is a lake? Has a lake near it?
Yeah.
He said that he traded with the villagers in Nunir.
Yeah.
So yeah. Assume it is also west of here.
Seems like you got something there.
I know that the one who wrote this letter is, well, whenever they left to the west, which is that way.
The direction.
West it is.
Do we wish to? Because it's the other direction we were traveling.
But if there's something nearby that's already established for people to live there, it might be worth checking out.
But looking at this spot, the actual perch that this person had all cleared out, it's not the perfect location, but if you got everyone up here, it's defensible, 10 times over, because you literally need so much work to get up here.
Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, you have a great view, and it's defensible, and there's water down at the bottom of this gorge. You can hear the stream running, so it has some of the things that you would need. Is it the greatest location you could ever get? No, not necessarily, but it offers a bunch of things that your current spot does not.
It's also
Yeah.
high, which
Yeah,
is one thing we were needing.
To be fair, Skywag didn't ask for the perfect location. He just asked for a better one. A much better one. Well, we could head west after I say here could be a fine place to set up.
It's certainly better than what we've got.
We just gotta warn them about the black tears.
How are we going to broach that conversation without causing mass panic?
In a cool, calm, and collected way, with the Flamen delivering it as a Flamen would do.
Okay.
And we count on
And
the
then we-
goddess's light to protect us with all of the spirituality of those who are currently back at camp.
Right, and then our goal is to just go traipsing off west and hope for shelter.
We're settling a new world. That's going to be our life for a while.
Unless, of course, Beatrice, you want to stay. I know you're used to a life of comfort and frivolity.
I think we need to get people up here first, and then we can make decisions about going west.
Seems like a sound plan. Mava, are you still grunting? Or does that sound like a good idea to you?
Mhm.
I don't grunt, except
You-
when I'm lifting.
You grunt.
Fine. No, we could make this. This could work. Can't bring much of the ship up, but this could work.
Not much of the
mean-
ship left.
The ship could be used. Parts of it could probably make a better conveyance.
Better ladders, yes.
You know, a word I learned I hate. Portage.
Portage.
It's when you have
When
to lift a
instead
boat.
of riding the boat, you carry it on your head.
Oh,
Ugh.
that
I
sound
thought
awful.
it was soup, but that's potage.
And you wonder why I grunt.
Soup makes you strong.
Do you think Scalwag would be fine with this appease him temporarily? At least for another day or two.
Much safer than where we are. Yes. And not too far.
Right.
Okay, we go back.
We go back.
And you head off on a day where the weather is good. And you are fairly confident you can make it back to the ship before the end of the day. And I think that is a perfect spot to leave it.
Yay, we did it!
Yay!
Yay!
Except for the almost dying part.
Except for the almost
dying
That's just that's spices in your soup.
In all seriousness, I would not have held it against you if she went for the rest. It was so poetic right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
It
was so
was.
scared.
It was, but like I started thinking about it and I was like, well, she also gave you the reason that it was because she kind of knew what to expect with the situation with the family. She didn't really know what to expect with the other one. So I was like, I think she stabs you one really good time and is like, oh wait.
Oh wait.
Yeah, 10 points of damage. That was a good stab.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
The two nat ones combined with the nat 20, I was like,
Jesus, that is
You can't make
Like,
this shit up.
you
No.
I
really
kind of
can't.
want to kill somebody. I kind of do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I kind of feel like I should kill somebody.
But
I'm
I'm
like,
being pushed into doing it, you know?
yeah. Yeah. But, you got a lot of lore. I think you got
We did get a
more
lot of
lore
lore.
in
Oh,
this
for
session.
sure.
You got a lot of lore.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
It worries me.
Yeah.
I don't think Fort Grey Rock's gonna be a party, guys.
Why not?
No. Everything's gone so well up until then.
Oh my god, I the black tear? Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a cool, I will say, cool name.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool
Cool
name.
name.
And also cool abilities. And also just, there is something so dramatic about so unnecessarily dramatic about crying black tears.
Yeah.
But I
I
love it.
I have my first conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Oh, good. Oh, I don't have a chat for those. Let's put that in.
oh.
So the Green Moon.
Yeah.
Green Moon was simply trying to keep this planet sleeping
Hold.
Yeah.
because it knows what's on this planet.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
that's a good
Well,
one.
Let me look back at the. What did the note say?
The
about
only light here should be me. Kind of thing. It's kind of what it sounds like.
it?
But also,
I think
I'm
there's something on here
curious-
it doesn't want to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Because it has a mindless desire to snuff out any light it sees, reject the black tear. Like, The cognitive people, I don't know, it feels like something's different with them. It's not in a sense of like deep, you know?
Yeah, it's different.
Like something changed within that, you know?
I am curious if the whole thing with Desimata is light is life, then what do you call the creatures that live and shuffle around in the dark? You know what I mean?
I guess that would be death
Undead.
then. Yeah.
But are they though?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. It was just.
It seems
Who's
like
your savior?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Well,
have
Who
one.
prevented?
No, we don't.
We got no ideas.
Okay, from what I can tell from his letter is he's saying there are people who wear this black tier, some sort of religion or cult or whatever is going around, causing issues to the point where there's guardians need to be kept in certain places, and certain places won't accept you if you decide to wear or participate in this religion cult. But those are the cognitive people, but the non-cognitive people, these soldier unkept zombie things, they're the ones rambling around trying to stuff out light. So
Yeah.
who's
Well-
causing that to happen within that?
Yeah. And going back to like the savior part, Desimata's light just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, who was
And
waiting around for something to happen?
Well,
You know?
they immediately cut off the arm the second that it
Yeah.
showed
Yeah,
up.
that's why I'm thinking that the Green Moon is like, no, you're not waking this up. No, you don't want to wake this up.
Mhm.
You don't want to touch this.
Yeah,
It's quite possible it kept everybody in a permanent sense of sleep to
keep something-
awakened. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
the
I'm
planet
wondering.
itself was not destroyed. Like there's still vegetation and life and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
But I'm wondering if it's a denizen on the planet who saved Kiara and Abigail from the Black Tier.
Where did they get that light?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why didn't they stick around to talk to you guys?
Exactly.
You know, like if it was Desimata, like well, that doesn't feel like Desimata. You know? It doesn't feel like she just shoot an arrow randomly.
We're not at god level interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know, I just don't feel like she's dropping miracles and just being
Give
like
me a premonition on the mysterious savior. They like noodles,
They like noodles.
but only fusilli.
No
Yeah.
no ramen here.
No ramen, no noodle shop.
I just really wanted you to get the letter by the end of the session because I knew it would set your
Oh, that's so
speculations off and a whole
juicy.
bunch of
Oh.
Very
Oh, yeah.
juicy. 'Cause there's
I
Captain
like the
Sneak.
terms.
Fuck, I don't want
Yeah.
to wait another week. God damn it.
Captain Sneak.
When is
Maybe
our
we'll
next
wind up
off
with a
week?
captain.
When is
Is
our
your
next
next
off
coffee?
week? No, off
Off
week.
Off week, which is coffee for me, you know.
Oh.
The 4th of July, I think it's my birthday.
Oh, your
Yeah,
birthday!
your
Yeah.
When I'm
birthday.
working, but I'm on call. Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah, it's
favorite.
the 4th.
Hey.
It's
It's
actually
the
good because I'm going down to see my family, I think, that week. So
The
Total
4th
booked.
doesn't matter, and then the 18th you're off for something else.
yeah, my
Slacker.
grandma's coming to town. So I haven't seen her since my
Grandma?
sister got married. Yeah. It's her birthday. And she's flying from
I'm
Texas.
sure she has loads of those. Like, come on.
Yeah, think of how many she's already had.
She's a younger grandma because she had my mom when she was 18, so she's
wow.
younger. So she's younger. So
I don't know why I'm
My
not running
grandma.
around. My grandma is coming to.
I went straight to grandma got run over by a reindeer. So.
Hey!
yeah, no, but and apparently my uncle's also coming, and my mom's making a whole thing. So I'm like, okay, well, that's what I'm doing.
I like that I can end a session and it makes you forget about the big dragon thing, esque thing that flew
Oh
over.
yeah,
what
no,
the
that.
hell?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Deal
Like the
with
big
that
cat
another
thing?
time. We
Here's
could
the thing.
tame it. We could get a wyvern pet. There is options here.
Greg, it is so easy to get recency bias at any session in the campaign because you throw so much shit out.
And you also, I hate to say this, Greg, you gave us a dragon, and then like 10 minutes later, like, okay, you two are just gonna start stabbing each other. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I got very worried. I was going to come up with a new character.
Yeah, we'll take your big monster thing and raise you 2 nat ones.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, 2 nat ones. Not good.
God.
Not good.
Yeah,
Well,
if
good.
Kiara
in a
dies,
way.
I'm playing her husband.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Can't wait to have that fun conversation. So,
Oh,
Fabio?
Oh. After she
Fabio.
drops, like, no, it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
good news.
Everybody has at least one advancement that they've taken, right?
Yes.
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 How
I can
close are we
technically
all to
take
the
another
second advancement? Yeah. you
I
one,
can take second
one?
I need
advancement.
I
one
need
more,
one
and then I can do
XP.
the second.
Okay. Everybody's taking XP.
Yeah.
Trying to get you to tier 2 here.
I think I'm going to get another level of effort.
You can only take level of effort once per. Like, have you taken it yet or no?
No, I took another
Yeah.
level of
You
edge.
took edge. You took one edge. On edge.
On
Took
edge.
I'm going to take effort so I can do
And
some of these
pop
tasks.
those points into something.
Yeah.
Oh, Natalie, I love that Beatrice's like nice gem necklace became just like a teething thing for
Play
my
toy.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, God gave it to her. It wasn't even in the color that she liked or the cut. And just, you take one dude to dinner and he thinks he owes you so much.
Could we say that maybe, just maybe, Kaiser has learned somewhat how to bandage people better?
Yeah. The bow helped.
If you would like to take a skill in bandaging as your advancement,
Hey, if you took a skill in first aid, then you could help me because I took one of those. Then we could bandage people together. I'll
There you
remind
go.
you not to put your foot on people when you do it.
Good. It's just I'm just like
That was
that
so good.
That was
the
was
great.
mental
so
image.
funny.
Just this skinny man dressed in a fucking robe is like his robe hiked up and the skinny ass leg with the foot is just trying to balance. Apply some pressure.
Yes.
all of Ben's characters are bad at medicine. We've established
Yeah.
that a long time ago.
This is correct. This is your third.
I'm not a
character in row
doctor.
where
I
you're
just
bad at
practice medicine.
Established by Victor.
What is-
first and foremost.
What was August thing? Just spit on it. It's fine.
Oh, and this one, yeah, put some
Or
dirt
rub
in
some
it.
dirt in it.
That
Yeah.
was so good. Oh my god, I loved it. Loved it.
Oh, Nat, what did you think of the animation of Beatrice?
I think it was interesting for sure. The mouth was going kind of crazy.
I loved
I
it.
just thought that the facial expressions really struck me as the kind of way
Oh, yeah.
Beatrice would be all
1,000%. 1,000%.
perky. Yeah. No, there's no lip syncing on the animation.
Yeah, no.
but
She's
this-
outgoing to an extent. I like the way
the
that
kind
was.
of cocky,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the cocky,
1,000%.
bright smile came across. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty bang
Yeah.
on. And then badass Abigail turning around.
Yes.
And then the wonky
Oh.
badass Abigail tossing the sword everywhere.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
I
Yeah.
really liked the magic for Kaiser though.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
the
That was
fluidity
fucking
of that.
awesome. I liked it where it was swirling around. Oh yeah.
So
I gotta
who's
try to
taking
get
the
an Art
axe?
Deco. Oh yeah.
Yeah, who is taking the axe? I can't. I'm not
Oh,
trained
hang
in
on,
that
I'll
at
be
all.
back.
Is
I
it like
wouldn't
a
mind
light axe
having
or like a heavy
something.
axe?
I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind have something that I can use in close quarters because a bow is not
Mm-hmm.
So you
great.
can stab
Well, I
Abigail better
already
with-
have 2 swords
Yeah.
and 2 daggers, so maybe you should take the axe.
Yeah, take the axe.
If you don't
You can take
mind,
the
that
axe.
would be great.
Take the
I do not.
Because you've
I
got
have enough.
because you've got a green dagger, right?
Yes.
Natalie. Yeah.
No, I don't
Oh.
have anything.
Oh, Natalie. Your sassy character needs something in case they get snuck up on, so they can stab people with it.
the axe I might not be able to wield the axe. What kind of axe are we talking about? Like a hand axe or like an axe? Because if it's an axe, I don't.
I don't
think
know
it's
what
gonna
an
work
axe
well.
is considered. I don't know what.
It's one-handed,
Okay.
so it would be either a light or a medium weapon.
Yeah. I could do light weapons. I know that much. I'm not trained in it. It's just I can wield them.
Yeah, sorry. I thought the dagger that you had. Oh no, that's right. You gave it to your girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Her situationship.
Yes,
It's
that's
a girlfriend, not girlfriend, with my boyfriend, not boyfriend. So it's a little bit, a little bit complicated.
Y'all, I might be back in just a bit if people are still around, but I'm like seeing spots, so I'm gonna go
Oh,
rest
God.
my eyes for just a bit. Yeah, it
Okay.
happens when I stare at a screen for a while, so I will be back maybe. If not,
Okay.
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Night. Fun. Ugh, I'm so happy you didn't kill her.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I
me
would have been cool
too.
with Kiara dying because that would have been a badass thing to happen.
Yeah. I thought about it. I was like, what if?
That's
What
why I put it in the chat because I'm like, okay, I know that
Yeah.
Lauren wouldn't do it if she thought that I might not be happy with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I also liked the poeticness of like not doing it and Abigail being able to say of like, you got your answer with
Yeah.
I
that
love
third
that.
option.
That was
great.
so
that
good.
was awesome. That was such a good fucking. I don't even know.
Glad they got to have that conversation about
Thanks.
like, hey, are you loyal? Like, what's your deal?
Yeah. And Abigail immediately be like, why don't you ask me yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kiara's fun to play with this situation because she's still so incredibly enraged at the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but she wants to do the best she can
Yeah.
so badly.
Yeah.
The guilt that she carries is intense. Oh God, Natalie, when you're like, oh, and who taught me how to do that? Was just
Yeah.
Yes. I was sitting there like,
oh,
holy shit.
I'm like such a bitch to you. I feel so bad. I'm like, oh, I'm so
oh
mean
no,
to
it
Joelle.
was so perfect because yeah, Kiara feels guilt for that too. Like shit.
Of leading her down the path. Like,
yeah, I love Beatrice, but she's such a bitch. And I'm like, oh man, fun to play, but I'm also like, I'm being mean right now.
I know it's great.
It's fun to be
Something
mean in certain elements. Gets that
well,
mean
I
energy
like
out.
her though because when the chips are down, like she's there. Like
Mhm.
she's not
She
fucking
is.
around when it matters.
No, you don't get successful in lying, cheating, and stealing if you're not there to when chips are down.
Yeah. So like
If
I
anything, she's very reliable,
Mhm.
which is interesting.
I kind of like the idea of
In
like
certain yeah.
my thought was like with certain people she's reliable, maybe not for everybody.
Yeah. Right.
But it was like the idea was like she's reliable to certain people because like that is what is demand, like especially her family. Like even though like Kiara's like I had nothing to do with the family for however many years. If somebody would be like I'm gonna destroy your sister, she'd be like cool, I'm gonna rip you to shreds and
yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
like just cause that's gonna happen. It's a little bit more mafia-esque in terms of like it's like for the family I will be reliable and dependable.
Yeah.
And it's somewhat of a facade to be like this somewhat vapid person when she's very intelligent just to like get people undermined.
I feel like Kiara and Beatrice used to be decently close when they were kids. Like they had
1,000%.
and I can't speak for you, but I feel like there's a good chance that Beatrice felt pretty pissed when Kiara left. Like,
Oh yeah, no, she
a
did.
big sense of betrayal.
Oh yeah, she did. She was like, you can't just leave the family. Like it's not how it works.
And so
But-
yeah.
The Beatrice's reaction when she found out Abigail stabbed Kiara was very fun to watch, and I really, really liked the way that you played that. That was really cool. I was like, oh
Yeah.
goodness, that it was in a way of like, I could hear it in the way that you said it of like, oh, if it had gone any farther, Abigail would be on Beatrice's shit list.
Oh yeah.
If she's not already there.
I would say she's going to talk to Abigail
Yeah,
one-on-one
I
to be
figured.
like, what the fuck happened? Because she feels like Beatrice is not going to really tell her exactly what the fuck happened in a sense.
Yeah.
You know? She's like, what the fuck happened? And depending on the answer to that and like after what other interactions we might encourage along the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg, we have a question for you. The axe, is it a hand axe or is it a axe?
It is an axe. It is a medium weapon.
Okay.
Then
I'll take it.
It depletes on a 1d20.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's got a lot more charges.
A better one.
Much better. It is a professionally made weapon. You are attacks against we will call them denizens of the black tier are eased by 1 step.
Ooh, denizens of the black tier. What a cool name.
I can now say unequivocally that running this feels like a different world than the previous campaigns.
Oh,
yeah,
1,000%.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
it is a
much
different
so.
world, quite literally.
Quite
Yeah.
literally, it's different worlds.
But it has a very different feel to it, right? Like I was able to, like, I've known this for a while. It was going to have a different, but I was like, when it hits the table, is it going to feel like you couldn't run this in D&D the same way, you know, and that you've got a whole bunch of things to deal with that you have to like wrap your head around a completely different way. And I'm like,
yeah.
Yep, it does. It's
Absolutely.
The stakes are very high automatically, which is great. Especially since I know this is our mini prequel section to like the real deal shit.
Mm-hmm.
The bow is it works against the denizens of the dark, right? Because it's the thing.
Yes. Yeah. So if there I will, you know, as we go, if there's a specific benefit for the arrows, like the bow is just a bow. The arrows are the magical thing.
And there was 11 of them, right?
So 10 regular,
five 10 regular, 5
Magic.
we'll say emerald tipped, and 1 spent bomb arrow, as you put. I think it's a
bomb arrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 spent
Just what it is.
bomb arrow, 5
That's a
regular,
bomb.
5 emerald.
I'm just gonna build it in my Tears of the Kingdom and just send it flying. And watch it completely miss the target that I sent it after for because I waited too long to send it off. I was talking about Tears of the Kingdom with somebody the other day, so it's on my mind.
Zelda.
It's the only 2
That
Zelda
was-
games I've ever played.
I've never played a Zelda game. I watched someone play Ocarina of Time, and I was like, way back when, and I was like, man, this seems annoying. And then I've watched other people play like the 2D Zelda games. I'm like, yeah, these seem stupid. Okay, good thing. Note to self: don't ever play a Zelda game. You will not enjoy it.
It's the dungeon part.
I watched a friend play Breath of the Wild, and she gave me the controls for 2.2 seconds, and I immediately died after getting attacked by a lizard, and I was like, I think you should take this back.
They're very unforgiving, and your weapons break all the time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the dungeon part that is pretty quintessential to Zelda is not something that I particularly love in video games, so I watch other people play them, and then I'm like, cool, I don't have to play them.
I know the plot. I can not play this.
Yep. Like, that's why I know all the Resi Evil games. I've never played a Resi Evil game before.
I'm the same. I've just dated a bunch of people who know about, like, I've dated or lived with people who play video games, so that's why I know about them.
Well, just like scary games, my hand will literally go off the controller, which is not what you do in scary games. So
No!
which means like, yep, I just gotta watch people play that because I can't play that myself because my hand's gonna go like that. As I'm watching playthroughs, my hands will go up like that when I get scared, and I'm like,
You're right.
so like I can't play this.
You're like, absolutely not.
It's just like my hand's gonna go off the controller, and they're gonna kill me instantaneously because the voice unit like react to it.
I played a first-person shooter game, and it was
How is that?
dinosaurs.
Like the Dino Shooter one,
No,
like the old school
I
one,
was
like
on
from
a
the 90s.
No, it was like just a regular like a computer game that you would like. I played it on my phone or no, on my tablet, and the dinosaurs come at you, and like they're fast, and there was a T-Rex that was coming at me, and it freaked me out so bad I threw my tablet. I did not continue the game. I was like, that's enough for me.
It's so good. Oh my god.
So
I can imagine both of you in VR ruining VR headsets and
Oh,
controllers.
I
left and right.
cannot. I
They're the
cannot.
reason-
I don't like things around my head.
Mhm.
I
They're
don't
the
like
reason
when
that the
things feel
Wii's
too
had those
real.
straps on them.
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah,
correct.
for
You're
sure.
correct.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was kind of a requirement for me after a second, especially for Wii bowling.
Oh yeah, and it was. I always had to put the strap on.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it was. Things were going through my TV.
Yeah.
I was at like a convention, and there was this VR thing that you got to try, and it was like early days of VR.
Oh.
And so it was this Japanese game, and it was a horror game, and you're in a wheelchair, which is how they get around the fact that you're not able to walk, which I thought was clever.
Oh, smart. That is
Yeah.
But yeah, you're going through this hallway, and yeah, it had all the horror vibes. Whew. I mean, ugh. It was
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of just first person games in general because I like being able to see what's around me.
Mhm.
I don't want to have to be worrying about what's at my back
Mhm.
and just turning around and there's like a fucking creature there.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see it come up.
I'll be honest. One of the most fun experiences I've ever had in asymmetrical gameplay, other than D&D, and that is a game called "Keep Talking and No One Explodes."
Oh
Nobody
yeah.
explodes.
Oh yeah.
And in VR, that game is amazing. It's like you put one person with the headset on, and they're in the room with the bomb, but nobody knows what the bomb looks like because they can't see the
Mhm.
bomb. But everybody has a paper bomb disposal manual, and the person has to describe the stuff that's on the bomb while the timer counts down in order to get the people to decode the weird shit that is going on and what to do to each part of the bomb to decode it. It's
That's
a
fun.
ton of fun. It is.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And you rotate the headset around. And, usually if you keep talking, nobody explodes. And then
Usually.
sometimes you do.
Only ever occasionally.
Only ever occasionally. All right, guys. I am unfortunately going to have to head out. I have to get up early tomorrow. So
That sucks.
Right.
That's Saturday.
yeah.
Never do
Well, it's my sister is doing a vendor fair tomorrow. So
Ooh, fun.
My daughter is doing Wienerfest.
yes, I
Wiener
heard.
Fest.
Hot dog wieners or dog wieners? Like the dog, the wiener dog.
Not dachshunds. Yes. Where you're allowed to make wieners jokes as much as you want. They're fine with inappropriate wiener jokes, so that's good. They're
Incredible.
going to have a
Yep.
wiener dog wedding on Sunday, and I don't know what a wiener dog wedding is or why you would do it, but it's going
Oh
to happen.
god.
Did you hear about the 2 cows that got married in Ontario?
No.
You should
Is there
look
like
that up.
Is there like a moo joke? No,
It was a whole festival. It was a whole festival.
Oh,
These 2
I
cows
thought
got
you were
married.
setting up a joke.
No,
That was a very-
I'm serious. I'm serious. There were 2 cows that got married in Ontario.
I love
I
that.
was very moved. There we go. There's the joke.
There you go.
They're called Muriel and Rhett, apparently.
Mhm.
Good for
Aww.
them.
It's a whole
Well,
festival
actually,
thing.
I'm guessing it was a cow and a bull that got married, not 2 cows.
Well, yes. But
Hey, that would have been much
Hey.
cooler if it was 2 cows.
actually,
Yeah.
you know what? It's Pride Month. We don't know that.
True. Just a guess.
Rhett is a boy's name typically, but
Alrighty,
Yeah.
guys.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next week. Yeah.
aw, they're very cute.
Yes. But I was like, oh, it's a wedding for a cow. I mean,
Oh
okay.
my god. Oh, what is the name of the session? And I should stop recording.
What falls in the snow?
What falls in the snow?
That's a good name.
Agreed.
Stop looking at me like that.
Oh man, this is a good session. Oh, having
This was a great
Abigail
session.
fall on with the ladder was funny.
That was hilarious.
Hey, don't step here and here. Okay, the ladder's real good now. We're fine.
you didn't
Immediately.
say anything about that.
Didn't think I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, Louie.
To be fair, so far I don't think ladders and Abigail have worked out super well.
No, climbing is not her strong suit.
No.
She's a
She's really
badass
hard.
anyway.
She is.
I really wrestled with whether to kill one of you in that scene. I really
Yep.
did.
Yep, we were talking about it, and I'm like, I'd have been okay with Kiara dying because that'd have been a really cool moment. Very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Cinematic.
I think it was still quite dramatic, and it did
It was
prove
so
something
dramatic.
about.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was. It also proved something about her character. That,
Yes, she used the
I liked
moment.
it. I liked
Yeah.
it. It was a very good character moment. But no, the shaky thumbs up was accurate. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, a lot fucking happened, and now I get to do crazy shit on Sunday for the near end of our other campaign.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is our
Exciting.
final. I call it adventure, but final box to go to. We are going to the possible origin point of one of the characters to repair them, and then there's another character who has a book which is essentially the manual for the people who ran this place that controlled all kinds of robots.
Fun.
Okay, great.
And you guys continuing on the Sunday campaigns?